everybody, welcome to Legends of Avantris, episode 45. Can you believe it, guys? It's been a while. So, you guys probably know us. If you're new to the Avantris fam, welcome. We love you. Tonight's going to be a big session. Potentially. We'll see.
Well.
I know it's a Sunday session, so thank you for kind of snuggling up during this blizzard that's happening. If you happen to be in an area where the snowstorm is happening, for us on the East Coast, it's gently snowing behind me, actually, as we speak. We are Legends of Avantris. The 5 of us have been playing Dungeons & Dragons together in this campaign for over 3 years at this point. And so we've been playing 5th edition. There's a lot of homebrew rules, so if we're doing anything wrong, make fun of us, I don't know. Do whatever you want. We're doing a huge giveaway at 700 followers, so feel free to tell. I don't even know.
We're like around 6:30.
Producer Rick, tell us.
Producer Rick.
6:30-ish.
6:30.
I'll
Maybe
check.
like 6:28 or something.
Something like that. Tell your friends.
Tell your friends.
Mature
6:29.
Mature stream, fuck. I'm nervous.
Hey African, hey
Hey
Salty,
guys.
thank you
Hey
for
guys.
stopping by, Glam Squad, Derek.
What else is happening? I guess we're sponsored by Summercore Creations. There should be a link coming up.
That's
Great
me.
dice bags and stuff. That's Nikki's business. We're going to introduce our players very quickly. We have Nikki. She's playing Sylvie Flickerwicket, a gnome warlock. We have Kelsey playing Annual Mossgrove, a wood elf ranger. We then have Richie playing Rhoda Stonehearth, a dwarf fighter. Finally, we have Andy playing Avantris True Strike, a high elf rogue. He's also the great _Andini. He does video game streaming. If you're into that, especially Magic the Gathering, trading card games, that kind of stuff. He does a lot of fun stuff. Coming out in our Discord, our YouTube channel is really important. We need 50 subscribers to secure a name. So,
100
followers.
100?
100. I think 100.
Oh, jeez.
Jesus, yeah. So please do that. Rich is actually working on getting up all the stuff.
Rich, how many are we up to?
I'm just finished uploading episodes
I meant
38
subs.
and 39.
Oh.
I have to
Let's
hit
get
publish.
Let's get to it. Subs. How many subs?
Subs
are
were at like 30.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, come on,
Yeah,
man.
Come on, guys.
We need you.
Aw.
We need
So,
you, fam.
Then, with that, I might be on the Ironing Board DM. I'm literally DMing on Ironing Board. I write fan fiction and roll dice and do silly voices. Okay.
Be careful while you're traveling.
On and off
African.
camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, safe travels. Good luck
Safe
with
travels.
your interview.
Everyone be safe.
And if you're a sub, show us your hooters.
Yeah, flash your hooters of yourself. So, are you ready to get into what happened last time?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, are we.
So,
Oh, boy.
we'll keep this brief. You had just had your dinner with Alphonse. He was taunting you. You didn't like that. And you knew, hey, there's a mirror that we could fuck with this guy. Fuck vampires. And
I like this.
so you go to Remy Guru, who's a really great, trustworthy guy that you like. And you,
Son of a bitch.
you decide to trade the dragon egg that you've had in your bag literally since we started the campaign.
Session
4.
2?
Session 3.
Session three.
Session 3. You
Okay.
discovered this dragon egg. We're on session bajillion.
December 2015.
Yeah, and you decided to trade him a dragon egg. His response of joy and excitement to the dragon egg was a bit more intense than you were expecting. And so Avantris, when he was leaving, said, "Oh, I think we made an enormous mistake." And I was like, "Nah." and so you guys did some exploration. You went to a shrine of Saluna. You then saw a hooded figure with a smaller hooded figure. You guessed it to be Alphonse LeBlanc and Hissy Bright Orchard. And you noticed that the hand of Hissy did not seem quite alive. They decided that there was really nothing more that they could do. They received a letter from Alphonse, though, that was intended for them, that said, basically, it's unfortunate that you made a deal with a bad guy, and usually the devil gets its due when you make a deal with the devil. So why don't you check what's out under his riverboat? So they did, and they found the dragon egg that they had given them, all propped up by these strange totems, these fetishes and crazy voodoo magic, basically channeling into it. Through some shenanigans, they talked to Orpheus and he's like, oh, that's kind of bad. I know about dragons. Every bad guy knows about dragons. And if it grew like that much in one night, like you guys got to kill whatever that business is. And so they went in, they destroyed all 4 totems, luckily, but were confronted by Remy Guru himself, and his shadow starts to elongate. As any other questions? Is there anything else that I missed?
No, I think that's
No,
it.
I think that was our session.
Now hold on to your hats.
So, I'm going to have to just very quickly...
Just change the music to something more ominous and TPK.
No, I really don't think about music. See, let me know if the music is too quiet, too loud.
That's what's gonna happen.
So I'm just gonna. We're gonna.
This is when
That's
Sylvie
pretty good.
busts out her jazz flute.
Okay, so we're just getting started here. If you'll bear with me.
Cantina in space.
And
Good old
we're
Legion.
taking bets. So if you think we'll sort of survive,
Wait.
type 0. If you think we'll lose, type 1.
Yeah.
You can set that all up and like I do the betting and
Yeah, I know, that's what
I need to
that's
fire
what I'm
up the old
referencing.
Andini stream so
wait,
we can bet.
are they going to fight a dragon in a dungeon?
So
I didn't think
Here we
about
go.
This is the first time we're ever playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
This is
Our
my
first
jam.
dragon.
I want
you
this to be
all
our
stand in the Hungry Catfish's fighting pit as the candles all around you blaze in an inferno of vibrant colors. Remy Guru stands on the balcony overhead, flanked by fire, as his magic dice spin in the air, blasting the huge cracked egg on the roulette wheel's center turret. The totems that had once supported it and seemed to channel energy into it lay fragmented on the ground thanks to your efforts. But the crack on the shell seems to continue to grow, and something inside it begins to move. Come on out, boy! It's your birthday, and your very first meal has arrived. So much power in 4 little morsels. A fine banquet befitting the grandson of the putrid doom and the first shadow dragon of the line. Now feast and claim your birthright, Samidul the Raven's doom! The fracture now stretches nearly across the entire shell.
Jesus Christ.
And you hear a loud crack as you feel green shell fragments fall down from above. Slithering blackness extends from the broken egg like shadows dancing to the beat of the blazing candlelight. Suddenly, you see a large scaled claw rise up amidst the shadow and slam down on the rim of the broken shell, completely shattering it as a creature rises up from its previously confined position. Enshrouded in shadow, you see a clearly draconic body. It's difficult to make out the color of its scales in the darkness, and while it looks obsidian colored at first, you notice the hint of green. Small horns point out from the side of its narrow head, and a singular horn points out at the end of its long snout. 2 wings unfurl from behind its back as the newly hatched dragon steps down onto the gleaming metal handles at the center turret and lets out an ear-piercing roar that echoes through the hull of the riverboat. Everyone roll for initiative.
Oh my god.
I actually gotta go.
I don't know which dice to choose.
I had a big pasta
Yeah,
salad.
this is like
earlier.
big
Look
choices.
at
It's
that.
the wrong one.
Alright, this is it. Come on, baby.
Okay.
I rolled a 1. Vandris rolled a
Natural
20.
So I rolled Avantris, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
No.
no, I rolled the Vandris.
Yeah, no. Oh, look, there are 4 dicks on
Wait,
That keep that.
okay, got it.
Could you move that someplace?
Oh yeah. Show. I got you. I like your shirt today, Mike.
In this
Thank you.
episode of Find the Penis, there are 4 in the middle of the map.
Okay.
How many
So,
penises do you see?
20 to 25.
25 to 30.
25 to 30.
29.
29.
Jesus.
Okay.
High as I can get. I rolled a natural 20.
I forget. I feel like I've asked this before, but
Oh.
would we know that dragons are like inherently bad?
We would know that chromatic
know-
dragons are
yes.
inherently bad.
Yes.
So
Don't forget.
Because of Gambit.
Oh, look at that token! That's
Look
pretty
at-
cool.
look
We want to
at-
show it to the stream.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hold
what
on.
is it? I
This
wanna
is
see it.
this is Guru. Let's not forget that he's here.
Cute.
So,
Amazing.
Bang bang!
bang bang. So Vandris has a 20 to 25.
God, it does look
29.
like it's
So I got you.
Okay.
I have a 20.
20. Okay. Sylvian Rodak, what
a,
do
I
you
got an 8.
Are you gonna ask 1 to 5?
1 to 5.
I got a 4.
We got the whole gambit.
Yeah. So where are we? We're each at one of these, right?
Yeah, you're each. Yeah, put
Just
yourself.
pick a dick and put us on it.
I need to roll.
It's your
for
stream, everybody.
Summon Duel.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Or, yeah, whatever.
That's fine.
A dick for each of us.
Oh, yeah. Wow, I didn't see those.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Alright. Alright.
There's
So-
one in every map, at least.
Hold on.
So this is a big old roulette wheel.
Okay.
Hence the shape.
Hints and yeah, shit. It's gonna spin. I know it's gonna spin.
Where is
With some Voodoo.
where is my big?
Yes, Salty.
That's exactly
are.
right, Salty.
How is the music? Is it loud? Too loud?
Too loud,
Good?
too soft, let us know. Okay, so this massive shadow dragon, definitely not like the biggest monster you faced, but far larger than the little egg you had in your bag for months, is staring down at you, each leg clasped onto one of these handles on the decorative handles on this turret. Avantris, you're up. What are you doing?
Okay, before I take my turn, can I have like a free talk to yell something at Guru?
Yep.
As I draw my blade, I yell to Guru, "This is the last chance! You have one chance to step down! If you don't, we kill this thing and we come for you next!"
You're the one that should be worried, boy!
Alright, then I go for the dragon.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Come on, can I roll another 20 right in a row? It's a 5, which is not very
Which is
good.
not a 20.
Hold on a second. I do have luck, but we'll see, because mine, it's plus... I think it's plus 10. Sorry. I think it's plus 10? Do you guys know? Yeah, plus 10, so 15.
Yes.
15 misses.
Okay. So then, does the attack have to connect for me to use fancy footwork?
No, you just have to attack.
Alright, then I'm just gonna back up.
So you run up with the rapier, and it's pretty high up, and you're trying to get it with the tip of Venom's spine, and it manages to just kind of rear back and dodge out of the way, and you're up. Or no, okay, so that's that. Suddenly, you feel the floor beneath you start to move as the massive roulette wheel begins to spin slowly. Its 16 numbered ball slots begin to glow eerily as symbols each light up: a skull, a snake, a pair of dice, a spider, a mask, a frog, and so on. All begin to almost dance with gyrating color for just a moment, as well as the wild decorations all along the walls of this arena for just a moment until everything goes dark.
Oh shit.
The only light remaining in the hall are the blazing candles flanking Guru, who is now seemingly enveloped in a shadowy purple barrier that seems to be trapping his dice inside, a look of shock and frustration on Guru's face. What in the 5 heads of Tiamat? The colorful candlelight around him is just enough illumination to project his shadow, which is fully formed into the silhouette of the figure you recognize from the wall of the mausoleum in the old Agwe cemetery.
Turn down a little bit. So.
Just let me know.
Good.
2 notches. The old Agwe cemetery. It turns to profile facing Guru. Its jaw moves as a second voice projects. No, Mr. Guru. You have your sneaky tricks, that is true. But this ain't about ya. This is about what you promised in your end of the deal. This child here is supposed to be unbeatable. A fitting avatar for the lower of death. A mount I could ride against the Raven Queen and defeat her, no worries. This is what you promised me, no? He seems a bit tiny to take on a goddess, don't you think? I did, but he needs to feed. Once he's devoured all of Agwe, nothing will be able to stop him. He'll pluck that bird faster than a jackrabbit in mating season. Then, he should be able to easily devour poor pesky stooges that you let get wrapped up into your plan. If he needs a snack, you know frog legs are a local delicacy. But don't go getting involved. Let your boy prove himself. Guru grits his teeth and pockets his imprisoned dice tightly before gripping the railing with his massive leathery hands and letting out a loud shout. Sinners! Stop being as useless as a stringless banjo and get down there! Feed my boy! Immediately, you hear the low croaking and muttering of familiar bullywug language and the fast, slapping, wet footsteps as green frogmen armed with spears donning skull face paint rush out from the darkness towards you. So that was just for me to say minions are here.
This is Mikey. This is our DM. This is how he does things.
Thank you for
the
the
squid.
Thank you for the squid. Voodoo Dragon, yeah,
Could you
screw
just,
the
Where's
all,
that?
just do it like all around, and like there's 6 of them.
Okay, so sort of like they're running. They're coming from everywhere.
Yeah. And so they're all going to run out, and we are going to get. I think that's fine. They're all going to run out, except the one next to Avantris there is going to run out and leap in front of the dragon and raise up its hands. The dragon uses its reaction to chomp down, crunching the bones of this bullywug. Devouring it, and you start to see as it swallows the body, one of the legs kind of snaps off and falls to the ground, and it swallows this creature. You see it start to grow.
Oh.
And you see its body start to get intensely...
So this one is gone?
That one's gone.
Oh.
Well, it was
Level
nice
up,
knowing you
level up,
guys. Oh, thanks for the subs,
Oh,
Skull.
thank you. Thank you, Skull.
Hey, thanks for the sub.
And then the rest are going to just attack you guys. So let's get 2 on Rodek, 1 on Sylvie, 1 on Annual, 1 on Avantris. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So
I'm so ready.
2 on Rodek.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 bite on Rodek. That is going to be 11. That's going to miss. Spear on Rodek. 13 is miss. Bite on Rodek, miss. And then so all misses on Rodek. We have
Disadvantage against me.
Okay, you're right. Miss on Avantris for the bite.
Richie, can you pass me a water?
Miss on the spear.
My medallion of the Windward Albatross.
Oh man.
I project an illusion
Sylvie,
next to me.
one of these bullywugs managed to sink its froggy face onto you.
Into me?
Into you, yes.
Oh.
And it's going to deal
No.
2 points of bludgeoning damage
He's gonna be
as it bites you. Annulin, we have a spear heading for you. We have a bite heading to you. All of those miss. Okay, Annulin, it's your turn.
All right.
Oh, and keep that token close, please.
Which close?
Oh, this guy. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I know.
I'm going to, feeling the guy rush up behind me, I'm gonna just spin and, like, panicked shoot disadvantaged at him twice.
Okay. So we'll see what your first arrow does.
Alright, so that's 17.
17 hits. I would roll his damage first
Okay.
on that.
8.
8. You fire an arrow right into his head. He falls to the ground dead.
Boom.
Oh, fabulous.
You get +1, so you add 6 instead of 5.
Really?
Okay.
The strongbow.
You have one more attack, Annulin.
Got it. Okay. And then just kind of facing the same direction, I'm gonna fire, just trying to help Sylvie out.
Okay. You fire an arrow from the strongbow. It heads towards Sylvie, the bullywug on Sylvie.
19.
19 hits. And the arrow just flies through. You don't have to roll damage. The arrow just flies through, catching in the torso. It looks like it was the one that actually bit into Sylvie, and as it's kind of pulling his head back off, it fires into his gut, and then he falls down dead.
Yes.
Should I be keeping the corpses here?
No.
Okay.
No. They just roll off. It's kind of slow. They just roll off into the gutters.
Okay.
How
Got it.
convenient.
Okay. Okay.
Uh-oh.
So.
I'm also gonna back up a little bit.
Away from the dick.
Away from the dicks. Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
So,
Today.
as this happens, you see Samedul, the Raven's Doom, start to turn and back up and go.
You can always just tell us where to put him.
He's gonna back up here, and you see you see Shadow channeling in its mouth, and it just unleashes a blast of shadowing everyone. Rodek and Sylvie and those 2 bullywugs make a con saving throw.
Is it against magic?
It's a magical ability. It's not a spell, so it's like
It's just gnomes get advantage against magical.
I would say that's
against
fine.
con.
Yeah.
You said con?
Con
20.
20.
No, never mind. It's not against con, so I'll keep whatever that is. You said it was con?
Yep.
11.
11. So you're gonna take half of this, Sylvie. You get blasted by this breath. 20 points of necrotic damage blast out on this horrific energy. You almost kind of feel like it's like there's this poison, this venomous substance, but it's empowered with this shadow magic. It hits.
So it's not poison.
It's not poison.
Okay.
It would have, but it's necrotic.
Okay.
As the shadow blast hits you, you see, Rodak, that those two bullywugs just get completely fried, and as they die, they kind of are grabbing their throats, and a blast of shadow appears, and two figures stand where they were. In shadow incarnate. As that happens.
Well, we're fucked.
Yeah, we are not going to die. No way.
Okay,
Kremmy has a similar ability.
No way. No way we die.
Okay, and I believe that is... Yep, that's Amadul's turn. Okay, it is Sylvie's turn.
Okay, I am going to use my bonus action to drink one of my superior potions. So let me get my equipment.
This is so cool.
And then I am going to fire both of my Eldritch, or my Glitter Lances at number 2 and 1 behind Rodak.
Okay.
So it's
It's getting intense.
25 and a 24.
Okay.
And for number 2, it hits with 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And on 1, it does 7 points of damage. And that's me.
2 and 1, 7 and 9.
Yeah.
So both of your glitter lances arc and fire and hit both of the shadows behind Rodak, and they both kind of take it. You see that their shadow energy that makes their bodies is dispersed slightly by your force damage, but they still continue to eye Rodak.
With my movement, would I be able to mount my broom and get up into the air?
I would say if you use your full movement, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna rise up.
Okay.
Like 10 feet
Okay.
in the air. 20
You
feet
do
in
that.
the air.
You get up 10 feet in the air. Yep. Okay. Rodak, you're up.
I am going to turn around.
Oh, hold on. As that happens, you see Samadul hunker down, and the shadow that it's almost comprised of starts to wrap around it, and it starts to shimmer back and forth, and it's becoming even more difficult to see. Attacks are at disadvantage.
Seeing the two guys behind me, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to just do one attack on number 2. 17?
Yes.
Okay. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 damage.
You slice through. The magic of your blade just cut through the shadow, and it just dissipates into the darkness of the room.
Whew. I'll keep that. And I'm going to turn around and attack the other one.
Okay.
That's less good. 14. Probably
14. That hits.
Oh, ooh. 12 damage.
12 damage. You come back around with King Krem's sword,
Boom.
and you slice through. Crocodile Cleaver.
Yep.
You clear the shadows. They're both dead. Okay.
And then I'm going to run, seeing that Sylvie just got blasted really badly. I'm just going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I stay here?
Okay.
Yeah, just make a line.
Those aren't on the ground. Those are above you. The little handles on the
right.
turret.
He literally put its breath right in front of me now.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah. No, it's much worse for me than if he had just stayed where he was.
If it makes you feel any better, I was literally going to do the exact same thing to get away from the guy.
I mean, he's just a dumb smelly dwarf.
Yeah. I am the dumb smelly dwarf. I'll say, stay behind me!
You done?
I'm done.
Okay. I think, as soon as you approach Rodak, it is going to use a legendary action to do something.
Better you than me, brother. Ready to go?
There it is.
As it sees you, it swings down around with its long tail to attack you. Let's see how it does. And that is going to hit.
Oh boy.
As it smashes, the shadowy tail, oh my god, smashes into you, doing 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Not bad. Not bad.
As it smashes into you.
It's not bad.
Okay, with that is Vanish's turn.
Alright, I'm going to use my reaction to disengage.
Okay. Your bonus action?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, not reaction.
How much damage did it do?
12.
12.
I can't tell what spots it's on. Is it there? Because that'll be
Yeah.
there. Okay. And then I'm going to attack the dragon.
Okay.
I have disadvantage?
Yes.
Well, would you have to climb up on the... Is this high? This circle in the
I
middle?
would say it's probably only like 6
I'll
feet.
give
I think
it
you'd be
a
able
long
to stab up, and it's so massive. Its tail it's kind of clinging on it now, and it's hanging down. So you'd be
Okay.
able to hit it. Yeah.
Quick question. Well, it doesn't matter. I'll wait. Sorry. Come on, roll high. 14.
14 misses.
Okay.
As you stab up, and once again, it managed to kind of slide off some scales, but it doesn't find purchase on it.
Fancy footwork back 5
Okay.
feet.
You dodge back using what Matthias taught you. Okay. It is their turn as the bullywug is going to run up to this to the dragon, and it is going to use reaction to and devour it as it
Cool.
as it gets devoured. And so it increases in size a little bit. You can kind of see the shadows start to coalesce even more. Okay, with that, it's Anila's turn.
Okay. Seeing that, I guess the dragon is not facing this way.
Facing doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna continue to try to back away, and I'm gonna fire 2 arrows at the dragon.
Okay. Disadvantage. Oh yeah, disadvantage. Yep.
This round was
Oh.
disadvantage.
Oh,
you
No way!
I did take a picture of that.
No, that's important. You had disadvantage.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Take a photo.
So you crit on disadvantage. That's 1 in 400
1 in
chance.
400 chance. 1 in 400 chance, ladies and
Crit
gentlemen.
on disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need one too.
I need it.
I'm just gonna hug you.
Aw,
Actually, I'm
yay.
so proud of you.
Holy shit.
Because it was all skill, guys.
Yeah, it was all
skill.
She did this herself.
Holy, go absolutely
Okay.
Nova right now.
I actually forget how to do that because I never.
All you do is double all of the dice
Double
you
all
roll.
of your dice. Just
Okay.
not your modifier. So this is +5
So it's just-
or something. It's just the dice.
It's just the 2
yes.
That's one attack, right?
for 1 attack.
That's only one
For
attack.
one
yeah.
attack. Yeah.
But you.
Okay, so that's 8 plus, and you said 6, right?
Plus 6, yes.
Okay.
But then
And
you have to.
your Colossus dice.
It's not damaged.
Yeah.
It's not?
No.
Oh.
Oh.
Damn.
Okay, so 14 damage for that one.
Yep.
So you only roll one of these.
I failed
for
twice
the
to hit him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because I rolled 17 and a 4.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot to. I thought you hit him.
Oh,
What
that's
is
gonna
my
be a big
Colossus?
ol'...
Plus 6?
2 double 20s. I mean, 2 natural 20s. That's unbelievable.
That is so depressing.
Still good.
Another
She got
20.
another natural 20.
And a
Are you
10.
kidding?
Plus
10.
10.
But
So,
20? 20
um,
hits.
It would be an 18.
18
Disadvantage.
barely hits. As it
Wow.
flies in, the arrow
I
flies
just
through.
rolled 3
natural 20s. Yeah.
That's baloney. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta remember how to play. We haven't had.
It's fine.
We haven't had combat in a long
I
time.
Yeah,
know,
no, it's been a
haven't-
while. Combat has been...
I'm not used to rolling dice. I'm used to talking in a funny voice.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna make coffee while it's not my
Okay,
turn.
so Colossus
You're good.
gets the double D8, and then the damage gets the plus 6. Is that right?
You get a D8 from Colossus, but it's not double because this one isn't a crit.
Correct.
Yes.
So you get a
But
D8
it is a
from,
double.
but you add a
Yeah.
D6 for Colossus,
Yes.
right?
It's a 1d8 for Colossus.
Yeah, then
Okay,
it's
so,
not-
I
so
have-
you roll 2D8s.
Yeah,
then,
2d8s.
then. But the 6 is only if you have Hunter's Mark on.
Oh, that's right. That's I couldn't remember what that
Cool.
was for. Okay, cool. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Remembering how
We
to
love
play
you.
again.
It's fine.
So 9 plus 6 is 15.
So 15. So that was the...
So 15 and 14.
What was the first damage again? I forgot. I was
14.
so excited. I read 14 and 15?
Yep.
Okay. So,
It's really sad when your normal hit does more damage than your crit.
Well,
yeah, you know, you
it
can
happens.
So, your arrow it basically did it with the because of Colossus. That was
Yeah.
really Colossus that
Yeah.
does it. Both arrows, despite the shadow, it pierces through the darkness and flies into this body, lets out a roar, and then as it turns, the kind of shadows drop and it becomes more visible as your arrow flies in. And then with that, it is going to. What is it going to do? Oh, let's see if its breath recharges, and it does not.
Well, he might let you add another one. Colossus Slayer has nothing to do with damage. It doesn't have to be damage.
I was mixing
Well,
the
does
two.
it? Yeah,
Hunter's
roll
Mark
it.
has
Roll it.
No, Colossus
doesn't.
Mark does have to do it.
no,
It has to
I'm
be
reading
damage.
it
Hold
right
on.
now. It doesn't say it.
No, you're right. Okay.
Yeah.
It just doesn't say it in the shortened version.
As
Good.
Sorry, Mike.
As
Ruining your
that
game.
happens, Samadul stands back on top of the turret. Can you please get him in between you and Avantris? And it is going to lean down and bite you, Rodic. That's going to hit. and it sinks its fangs into Rodek, dealing
This is fine.
16 points of piercing damage plus.
So that I reduced with armor
Yep,
master.
yep, but 3 points of necrotic as well, as you feel the shadow seeping into your flesh.
Is there anything special about the 3? Like reducing max
Nope,
experience?
nope. When it's going to attack you, it's going to get you with 1 claw, Rodek, and that is going to be a 15, and that misses. You manage to kind of parry it with your sword, and it's going to swing with the claw attack against Vanders at disadvantage. Shit. And it's going to horribly miss as it kind of swipes through, and it actually hits Vanders's Windward Albatross mirror image. And that is going to be its turn. Sylvia, you're up.
Oh my god, it's me! It's me! It's your boy Mario!
It's Mario.
It's HP Lovecraft.
I'm gonna fly up a little bit higher, so I'm probably gonna be about 20-ish feet in the air, and then if you could move me back towards, not towards Guru, but like in the middle between where Guru is and where Vanders is, towards the back.
Oh, is that the broom?
Yeah, that's the broom.
Slight elevation broom.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna yell out at everyone. I can't pay attention to everything you're doing. If any of you need help, please let me know. I don't want any of you to die. Well, except for you, dragon. And then I'm gonna shoot glitter lances at him.
Okay. You do that.
Natural 20.
Yeah!
You're not
on one of
disadvantaged.
them.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not.
So we're
I'm
not
not disadvantaged.
disadvantaged
Right?
round?
Okay. So natural 20, and then 22 for the other hit.
Damn.
Okay.
So for the natural 21, I get 19 damage for my natural
19
20.
damage.
Nice.
It blasts into it.
And then another 8 damage. Yes.
19, you said?
Yeah, 19.
Okay.
And then, what did I say my next hit was?
Yeah, no, I got both of
you
those.
got
So
both.
both arcs of the glitter lance hit this dragon, and it is looking incredibly affected by this force damage. And it lets out a roar as it is going to swing its tail and try to hit Vandris as it is facing Rhoda. Disadvantage. 18, is that hit?
That hits.
Okay, as it smashes into Vandris.
I will uncanny dodge.
Okay, that is going to deal 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yay.
As the tail slams down, and you have that. Okay, Rodek, you're up.
I am going to... Seeing Vandris get hit, I'm going, and Sylvie get away. I'm gonna go next to Vandris, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna do one. Okay, that's probably gonna miss. That's a 12.
12, that misses.
Second attack.
Your sword swings low.
Okay, second attack is gonna be 28.
28 hits.
I'm gonna make this a menacing attack, so
Okay.
he needs to make a whiz saving throw.
Okay. Wisdom, that is going to be 21.
That certainly passes, but at least I do extra damage. Reroll
Nice.
that. Holy shit! Well, 6 plus 9 is what? 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 damage. With
22
my
damage. You swing low the first time, but then you fall with a stab. It managed to pierce into the dragon's neck a little bit. Lets out this roar, and this thick, gooey, black blood falls in. What was the damage again? Sorry.
22.
22. Yep. Okay. And then with that, is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. It is then going to turn around and then come down and smash on you, Rodek, with its tail. And that's going to horribly miss. God damn it. Okay. Vanish, you're up.
My Wayward Albatross regenerates.
Yeah.
I will dance around the dragon. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. And attempt to make an attack.
Okay.
Jesus, I'm going to use a lucky dice.
Okay.
No.
Two.
2.
I'm going to use the exploited loophole of Dis.
Okay.
Does it? It says that it adds my charisma as a bonus.
Yes.
Does that replace my bonus?
No.
And so it's additional plus 9.
Yep.
I'm going in. I don't give a shit. I'm so pissed that I'm missing
Okay.
this guy. So 16 plus 10 plus 9
That'll hit.
is a lot.
That'll hit. So as you run up, you feel like you're going to miss, and you think, oh, I'm lucky, and you still feel like you're going to miss. And this dragon is crafty. As you finally realize that you're fed up with this, you channel into the dark infernal energy that's latently inside of you. And all of a sudden, your hand is guided true, and the rapier stabs into the dragon.
Get that, nerd. It's going to be 6, 12, 17, plus 4 is 21, plus 6 is 27 points of damage.
27 points of damage as it stabs in deeply as... Wow, that's... 27.
The dragon just falls over dead.
As it stabs deeply into it, and you hear in the back of your head, enjoy the feast of shadows. As you feel that disgusting warmth inside of your body as you tap into that. And it, after getting stabbed, it is going to evaporate into shadow and then blink.
What?
Oh, goodbye, Anulin.
Here or here?
Do you?
Here or here?
Here.
This is important.
Here.
Okay.
Nose likes your shirt, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. As it teleports directly in front of you, its
boy.
fangs are dripping. It looks
What in the...
Eat the skinny girl, boy!
No! Like you said, I'm skinny. You'll get nothing.
No, the stringy ones have the most flavor.
Man just looks at his muscles and goes,
Sylvie conjures up the major image of Gianji and starts puking in the corner.
I'm going to.
Hey, Lowski, what?
I'm gonna disengage and run.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's not called running, it's called advancing in the opposite direction.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna cast my Hunter's Mark
Okay.
on.
That's
Dragon.
fine. You run away, disengage. You try to get a swipe on you, it's unable to, and it does that. And I did this out of order, but I'm going to do the layer action now. And you hear Garou slam his fist down. Come on, sinners! You're only good to me in my boy's belly! And 6 more run out as one immediately gets devoured with his reaction here.
Okay, so
as he's dead. And then the others are just going to swarm out. There's going to be one that's just running to him here. There's going to be one that's going to be on Anulin. And then they can't get to Sylvie. And then one's going to be on Avantris. Okay. Yeah.
Miss Annie.
Okay.
Miss Vanjie.
So we have I'm just going to do 2 bites on Rodek.
Vandrus.
Holy heck.
Vandrus.
2 bites on Rodek. One of the bites is actually going to succeed. As the bullywug bites into you for 5 points of bludgeoning damage. And then we have 2 spears on Rodek. That is both of those are going to miss. We have a spear on Anulin that is going to hit. Yes. That is going to deal. That is going to be 6 points of piercing damage as the bullywug spear sinks in your flesh. It's going to try to bite you. That's going to be a horrible miss. We have a spear on Vandrus.
That's disadvantage.
Oh yeah, he misses anyway. And then we have a disadvantage bite on Vandrus here, and that's going to miss horrifically. And I think that's all of them, right? And then this one is going to use its action to sprint and run 20 feet closer. Yeah.
This guy?
Yeah.
Towards the
No,
dragon.
he can't quite make it. So it's just 4 squares. Yep. Okay. Cool. And Summon already uses reaction, and then as he's going to get devoured, you see the wounds that you've inflicted start to close up a little bit as he gets larger. As he's eaten now 3 of these.
So he did get this one?
No,
one ran in this way.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
One immediately just gets devoured. The other one is running as he starts to heal. Okay. And get larger and larger. And so with that, it is... it's Samandul's turn. It is going to walk up to that one bullywug and use bonus action to devour it. It gets gobbled up. That is 4. as
We are not doing well.
Nope.
as it heals once
I was
again.
gonna try to get him, but
It heals once again, and then it is going to flap its wings and fly back over to the turret again, and landing.
oh Jesus!
Landing hard. It is going to once again turning the other way. It's going to lean in and try to bite Avantris.
All right, disadvantage.
Yep.
Yep.
Natural 1. Okay. It is going to then make a 2 claw attack on Rodak. And that is going to be a 14.
Nope.
That was caught. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, that will still hit. Okay, and it manages to slice you, Rodak, as its claws slash you for a total of 11 points of slashing damage with its black talons. And then I believe that is everything it can do. Okay, yeah. Okay. Sylvia, you're up.
I am going to.
Let me see this breath recharges. And it's
I'm going to. Can you move me like right over here? It's 60 feet. So whatever. 60 feet.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You can go all the way
Okay,
there.
perfect. So I'm gonna go basically.
you
right over
fly on Sprinkles 5000 or whatever it is.
Sparkles 5000.
Sparkles 5000. And you fly over and you are ready to do what you do.
And then I am going to cast Eldritch Blast on 2 and 5. They're right behind Rodak.
Okay.
With a 29 and a 28
Those
to
will
hit.
hit. Oh, the bullywugs?
Yeah.
Got it.
And 14 damage to one and
Both hit and they just die
12,
instantly.
12 damage to the other.
Boom.
So both
They
of
just
those
both
are-
From Rodak?
Yeah.
You see kind of the remnants of frog skulls as both glitter lances just kind of fry them and they
Poor
fall to the ground
bullywugs.
and then roll down
man.
into the
They didn't ask for this.
the wheelhead just kind of sends them all cascading down, cascading.
So we're still spinning.
Nope.
No.
No, it's sloped. So you know how like in a roulette wheel it's still sloped?
Okay. Got it.
There's the bowl and then there's
Yeah.
the wheelhead. And so you guys are basically all in the wheelhead right now.
And then for a bonus action, not a bonus action, I'm just gonna yell out at Avantris. You know that one night when we talked and then I told you about tiny arms? You let me know if you need tiny arms. Do you understand me?
I just nod.
Okay.
I don't know.
Y'all ain't taking this seriously. You don't know the situation y'all are in. Okay. And then with that, it's going to use a legendary action as it was going to eat the one next to Rodak, and will instead swing down with its tail and smash Avantris.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit. I'll let you know.
And
Disadvantage.
16 misses.
18.
You dodge out of the way as this massive tail slams down on you. Okay. That's his legendary action. Rodak, you're up.
I cannot wait to see what that means.
I am going to, given the breath and the
So
tail, I
hard.
think that's fine. I'm gonna try. I can't be next to Anulan, so I'm going to just rearrange right here, and I'm just first bonus action. I'm gonna second wind, and gain. We're level 10, right? 16 health. Yoink. And then I will attack twice.
Okay. You do that.
Let's do the first one. 25. Let's make
Hits.
that a menacing attack.
Hits.
So he has to make a whiz saving throw.
19.
That passes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 damage on the first attack.
15 damage. Your sword slices in through this shadow, and it kind of lets out this roar and does 15 points of damage. That's fine. Okay.
So it was, and then I got a 21
Okay.
to hit,
Yep.
and so that is 6
11.
plus 6, 12, 13, 17 damage.
17.
17 damage.
Yep.
Okay, once you are slashing through, and you notice that as King Kren's curse is the blade, it is immune to necrotic damage. So you see that it takes no effect, and we don't need to do that.
Okay, great. That makes it easy.
So you see that this curse is going in, but it's not affecting it, so we don't need to simulate that. as the crocodile cleaver is hacking into this dragon. It is how much damage? 17 was the next one, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. This feels bad.
Okay, and so you are hacking into this, and just your blade is cutting through this effortlessly, and it lets out this roar of pain as it once again is going to turn around and smash its tail onto you, Rodak. Natural 20.
Oh no.
Well, oh boy.
18 points of bludgeoning damage as the tail smashes down onto you, and it lets out this roar as okay.
Well, there goes second wind heal.
Okay. With that, it is Vanders.
Okay. I'm gonna attack the dragon.
Okay.
16 plus 10 is 26.
26 hits.
That's pretty good. That's going to be 7, 8 plus 6 is 14, 15, 16, 17 plus 6 is 23.
23 points of damage as the rapier stabs in deeply. As it and you can see this blood is just pouring down onto you as it's going to follow up with one more tail attack and smash down onto you. Disadvantage. And it misses. You're able to dodge out of the way. The windward albatross is doing a lot of work in diverting attention of it and confusing this very young dragon, seemingly incapable of speech. And with that, it is that layer action as you suddenly hear more and the slapping footsteps as 4 more bullywugs run out of the thing. And can we put 1 on Annulin, 1 on 2 on Rodak, and then 1 is going to hunker down and leap forward and go, and Samadul leans down and just crunches it. And with that, the wounds close up even more as all of a sudden it kind of shifts. And I need Rodak and Vanders to make dex saving throws.
Dex, you say? Yes. Evasion! I have to read what evasion does. Do I get advantage on it, or I just no? I don't.
No, you just I think.
I'm just gonna double check. Hold on. Sorry.
Your text.txt.
Yeah, sorry. Because I'm only when you subject saving throw, only take half damage, so you take no damage. Okay, so I just roll and add my dex to it.
Yep.
Plus proficiency.
Yep.
Oh,
you pass.
What do you get?
It went from a 1 and rolled to a 19, so I got a 27.
Yeah.
17 for me.
17. Both of you. Avantris kind of backs up as all of a sudden it grows and just suddenly it grows into a much larger size.
Oh my god!
As you are pushed back.
Okay. So where is it? Here?
Yeah, okay, sure.
As you are pushed back. And Samadul is far larger than before, and you have a sense that he might be doing a bit more damage now.
Yeah, and then maybe his AC's lower because he's larger.
And you can try. And with that, we're still going to do attacks. We're going to do 2 bites on Rodak. 1 is going to succeed. That is going to be 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
2?
Yeah, 2 points of bludgeoning damage. We have 2 spears. 1 is going to hit. That Rodak, that is going to be 8 points of piercing damage on you from the spear. We have 2 points of 1 bite is going to hit you, Annulin. That is going to do 3 points of piercing damage, and then you have 2 spears on you, and both are going to miss as you're able to dodge. But one of the frogs manages to sink its teeth in you. Vanders, you have a 1 bite on you. Disadvantage. It misses regardless. Natural 1, and then another disadvantage for the spear. Another natural 1. Okay, you are just dancing with your illusion. And with that, the massive Samadul is grown larger, and you hear Guru say, "I told you, Samadi, if he feeds, He will be the weapon of war that you need. And with that, it is Annulin's turn.
All right. I'm going to use my action to reach into my satchel and throw out my 2 golden lions.
Yes! Oh,
and
shit.
say, "Kitties, do it right now! Take care of those frogs!" So I'm going to use these as my lions.
Okay.
Although I think they're bigger
They're
than that,
large.
right?
Do you have any
large.
spare large tokens?
I can go get them, but why don't we? He's one.
Okay.
I would say we'll use the dice for now, and then I'll go run and get tokens.
Okay. That sounds good.
I mean,
So they are going to run up.
get out of here, Remy. Get out of here, Remy.
Oh,
Speaking of Remy.
We have a Remy crashing the battle with Remy.
so I'm just gonna use them as like large-ish. So they would be
Okay,
in
got
contact
it.
with that. Does that make sense?
Yep.
I guess I don't know. Whatever.
Okay.
So in proximity to each other, they would each make an advantaged attack on the bullywug.
Do that. You throw out your figurines, and in midair they turn into these brilliantly coated white lions that land and let out a roar, and they both lunge, kind of aiding each other in pack tactics and attacking the bullywugs.
They're gonna make bite attacks. So what is that? So +5, so 20 on one.
Okay.
And 19 on the other.
Both, they just rip out the throats of 2 bullywugs and they collapse to the ground as the lion just devour the flesh. A lot of bullywug eating today.
And they'll just back up a little bit with their
Okay.
remaining speed.
Okay.
And then they grow!
And then that's it, I guess.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Now we get some backup.
No.
Okay. With that, it is. I think I used all 3 legendary actions last round. Yeah. Okay. And so with that, Samadul is going to try to see if the breath recharges, and it doesn't. That would be perfect.
Telling me.
As it is going to. As it is just going to stand there, and it is going to be just enraged and is going to attack Avantris. Disadvantage. And that's still going to hit.
Damn.
As
Alright.
it tears into you.
I'm gonna uncanny dodge.
Okay, uncanny dodge that. As you deal, so this will be piercing and necrotic. So here, this is for piercing. That is going to be 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
As it sinks into you, and then 10 points of necrotic.
So does that count as one attack? Though?
Yes, it's one
So I
attack.
still have all of them.
Yes.
So it's 11 points total.
Yes. As you feel the kind of shadow energy, and it tears through your illusion, and the illusion just fades. Okay. With that, it is. And then it's going to make 2 claw attacks on Rhoda.
How did I become part of our front line?
Do you have 19 AC, Rich?
That's all we got.
You have
What?
19 AC?
I do have 19 AC.
Okay, both of these claws hit you.
Okay.
They just need to learn to wear plate mail.
Kels, can you grab me a water out of the refrigerator?
Sure can, Plunkett.
Dealing.
Thanks,
Oh my god,
dear.
really 6. 6. 10.
The Salty here says, you're a melee fighter. Welcome to the front line. Yeah, true. Touche.
22 points of slashing damage as both
From 2
claws
attacks.
from 2 attacks.
So subtract by 6 is... Okay, got it.
And just rend into you. Okay, that's its turn. Sylvia, you're up.
Okay. Are they...
I go... and a little blood comes out.
Drink your potion, you dumbass! And then I pull out my broom over here. Good idea! And I am going to cast both of my glitter lances at the bullywugs in front of Annie. Actually, I'm going to cast one at the frog near Avantris, and the other one at number 1 in front of Annulin.
Okay.
And both of them are 14.
14 misses both of the bullywugs as they fly directly overhead. With that, Samadul sees the bullywug next to Vanders and chomps down on it, and the wounds close up more.
And then I think I might do one more thing. I gotta check
Check.
How far away am I from you?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 45 feet.
45 feet.
Well, you're in the air as well, so.
Oh yeah, so maybe 50,
Pythagorean
60
theorem.
feet.
Yeah, so
About
like
60
add
feet?
like 10 to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if something is within 60 feet, I'm good. Great.
Is it time?
No. No, I was gonna give Bardic Inspiration, but then you asked me if it was time, and I'm thinking about tiny hands. Ugh!
I'm giving Bardic Inspiration.
Okay, you feel inspired by Sylvie's
Apparently. Nice.
And
That tingle.
with that
That's
is Rodek's turn.
That's inspiration.
Alright, well, bonus action, I'm gonna kick back an old superior healing potion.
got it.
How many d4s is it?
It's 8d4 plus 8. Is
Okay.
what you guys said when I wrote it down.
3, help me. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, right?
Plus.
27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35 health?
Damn.
Damn.
Rodek, you just
Whoa.
uncorked your potion that you got from little Yulong, and you down it, and you're
Pretty well.
feeling way better than you were second before.
Did the trick. And then let me just mark it down. Quantity -1. And then I will, just knowing that, can I get 1, 2, 3, 4? I'm going to just move around here.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack first once. It's a 91. Okay, I missed that one. So I rolled a 14.
Okay.
But I'm going to make it a precision attack, and
Okay.
let's see if I have 15, 16.
16 misses. As your swords, you're trying to be precise, and it just kind of throws you off, and it kind of clashes against the natural armor of the Shadow Dragon. Okay, you're done. You're done, right?
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah.
Okay, so as that happens, you see Samedul start to hunker down, and then the shadow starts to shimmer, and attacks against it are disadvantaged. So that's until the next turn.
Alright.
Yep. Oh, your turn, man. Sorry.
Illusions back up.
Okay. You see
I'm just
another
gonna make an
hit.
attack against the dragon.
Okay.
Damn. 15.
15 misses. As you slide and it manages to dodge out of the way. The shadow kind of whipping away your rapier. And then it is a lair action as you hear the loud croaking and footsteps as 4 more bullywugs run out. And none are able to get to, but one's gonna be, we'll put him there. One's gonna get to Avantris and Rodek. And then we'll do one coming out towards the other side of Samedul. That one's
Like
fine.
there?
Yeah, and then do we have any more? There should be 6 total.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There were 2 there already. You only put 3 down.
Here,
There's one.
here he is.
Put him out towards Sylvie. There. And, okay, so one is going to just throw a spear at Sylvie. And that is going to be 14 to hit? Is that it?
No.
Okay. The spear goes wide as you're going to dodge it on your broom. The other one is...
Don't scratch the paint. It's new.
The other one is going to make a leap directly towards Samedul. And it uses its reaction to... and chonk down on that. And the other ones are going to make 2 bites on Annulin. Both are going to miss horrifically. 2 spears on Annulin. One is going to hit, dealing 4 points of piercing damage. We then have bite on Vander's natural 1. Disadvantage anyway, so okay, that. And then blah, blah, blah. Disadvantage was a natural 20, but 18 is hit. 18 hits for the spear. That's going to be 4 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take it.
And then Rodek does a 19 hit.
Yes.
Okay, that's for the bite. That's going to deal 3 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Spear is going to miss. So that's all of their turns. And then Annulin, you're up.
Cool. Okay. So I'm gonna take lions at the same time. Is that cool?
Yep. You use them on the same.
Okay. So I'm gonna crouch down, and they're going to just run up and basically like lunge attack at these 2 guys,
Okay.
making bite attacks.
Good. So they're going to pounce. You see these lions. You're connected to them psychically. they sprint, and they're leaping into these bullywugs.
Are they silver?
They're silver white.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they don't look like they're made of whatever the
No.
statues
There's
are.
it's a
They're-
fluffy
they are,
white
okay,
mane.
They
Yeah.
are animals.
So it's 15 and 20 to hit.
15 and 20 hit,
Nice.
both hit, and they just completely tear apart these bullywugs.
Beautiful.
Okay.
And
That's huge.
Yeah, so they would be over there, and then for my turn, I would back away over here and fire 2 arrows at the dragon.
okay.
And they're disadvantaged this round?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Until its turn.
That's actually pretty good. 6. No, wait. Hold on. Red.
2 hits.
17.
2 hits. I used it 4 times.
What is 6?
17 misses. It flies off.
Okay, then I miss both.
Okay.
That blows.
Both arrows fly off into the thing, and it says, "Girl, you may have your kitty cats, but you have no sense of aim." And
Ouch.
and with
It's
that,
just rude.
the shadow starts to dissipate as it is going to see if the recharges, and the breath does not recharge. As it is going to what is it going to do? It is just going to once again hunker down and try to bite Rodak this time, and it's going to horrifically fail. 14, and we're going to get 2 claws on Avantris.
Neither are disadvantaged.
Okay. Does a
18.
or okay, actually I need to redo that because I didn't do that, and it's going to be both miss.
I'm going to use my reaction to attack him with
Okay.
Sentinel. Since he
Nice.
attack Vandris 24.
That hits. Full damage.
How many times can you do that?
Every round, as long as I have reaction.
No way.
Yeah. 13 damage.
13
That's
damage.
why I try to stand next to you, but like,
Okay.
yeah.
Because I've been like specifically dancing like away from you to
Yeah,
keep,
no,
be
I
able
know.
to like, be on other sides of the.
Okay.
Well, it makes sense, right? Well,
The
I feel like
dragon.
with Ganji, right? You're side by side.
As
so-
you're slicing in, it's getting very frustrated. It says, "Come on, boy! It looks like you don't got no sense of aim like that elf. Hurry up! Kill him!" And then Sylvia, you're up.
I'm going to look at him and I'm going to
May the swamps of the Feywild muddle your mind.
and I'm going to use Mire the Mind and cast Slow on the dragon.
How does that work?
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Actually, because I can do it with 6 creatures, I'm going to do it on all of them, so they all have to make wisdom saving.
Okay. Summon Duel fails. Bullywug fails, and the other Bullywug fails.
Awesome.
As you see this
All
magic,
of them failed?
and it's all of them failed.
Okay. Each target, so they failed. Their speeds are halved. They all have a -2 penalty to their AC, and dexterity saving throws. They can't use reactions on their turns. It can use either an action or bonus action, not both. Regardless of the creature's abilities or magic items, it can't make more than 1 melee or ranged attack during its turn. If the creature attempts to cast a spell with a casting time of 1 action, roll a d20. On an 11 or higher, the spell doesn't take effect until the creature's next turn, and the creature must use its action on that turn to complete the spell. If it can't, the spell is wasted. A creature affected by this spell makes another wisdom saving throw at the end of each of its turns, and on a successful save, the effect ends for it.
It starts to hunker down and get slow, and because I forgot that there's legendary resistances, I'll give it to you for this round because I completely forgot. And so you see Summon Duel start to slow down.
How was that supposed to last?
And
1 minute.
And they have to save every round.
Every round, yeah.
Wow, word.
what's wrong, boy? You're looking like a snail in molasses. You better hurry up. And you can just see that there is a little bit of concern in Guru's tone as it's happening. With that, is that your turn?
And then I'm gonna look at Vandris and I'm gonna go,
Ooh, Vandris, you know what's worse?
having this dragon here on Earth, and I'm gonna bardic inspiration.
This is a 1d6. Beautiful.
And that was amazing.
I'm trying to do it in Sylvie's voice is really hard.
How high up are you, Sylvie?
I think I said 20 feet.
20 feet. Okay, so with a bonus action, as soon as you cast this slow, it's a legendary action, Summit Jewel blinks and evaporates into shadow, and Sylvie appears directly in front of you. It is not. It's just an ability. And is just hovering directly
above this guy?
flying.
Over a bullywug.
Over a bullywug, yeah. Okay. And can you not use reactions?
He cannot use reactions.
Okay, so he cannot eat it, but it's flying and looming at you. He said, "Yeah, get the one on the broom. She's the one with the spells." And with that, Rhoda, you're up.
I think it's time for the speedball special.
Well,
Waiting to use that for so long.
I am going to. God, what can I do when he's in the air? You know what? I'm going to turn around, seeing the frogs.
Okay.
I am going to attack number 4.
Okay.
Another natural 1.
Oh boy.
I am going to, seeing that he's getting ready to eat this one here.
Does Bardic Inspiration change it from being a natural 1? I can't remember. Because I know it doesn't detract it from being a natural 20.
I don't think it does either.
So I don't think it has. Okay. That's what I thought.
So I am going to just run, seeing that he's close to this frog here. 1, 2, 3. Can I get under him?
Yeah. He's 20 feet up in
This
the
is
air.
a horrible idea, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna get under him. Let me just put this. Well, whatever. There's a bullywug under there.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use my second attack on that one. God dang it. 13.
Barely hits.
Ooh,
As you
dang it, Bobby.
cleave the bullywug in half and it falls to the ground, rolling away. And you can kind of see Samadul it was eyeing that one and lets out this frustrated roar. Okay, with that...
Do they want to make opportunity attacks? Not to...
Oh, they do, yes, thank you. They're going to both make spear attacks.
They can't do reactions, they're slowed.
Oh, you're right, so they can't. They can do reactions.
Fuck yes.
But it is Samadul is going to swing around and fling a tail up at Sylvie. And that's going to hit.
Awesome. I'm going to use Misty Escape.
Okay.
I didn't take the damage,
You take
and
the
I'm going to
damage,
go... Actually, how would that work with my broom? Would I be able to Misty Escape on my broom?
Yeah, why not?
I would say it takes everything with you. I would say for now we'll call it that it's fine, and then we can discuss later.
I mean, you would think
Okay.
that anything
So
that
I'm
is
just
on your
gonna go.
person would go with you.
Yeah.
Over
Yeah, you're good. I'm not the GM.
Very Mr.
Tail. Where the hell is it? Oh, 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yes, he does
As the tail
murder Squid.
smashes into you, but you disappear into kind of this puff of like green swamp gas, and then appear in another place. And the kind of the smell of the swamp and the bog is in your nostrils as you appear in another location. Okay, with that, it is Rodek's turn. Wait, no, Xander's turn.
No.
How tall are you, Rodek?
5 feet.
Plus 6 is 11.
Remember, it's dim light, it's dark light.
Alright, I'm going to use my reaction.
Sometimes the DM gives them a
Oh,
little.
they can't take opportunity attacks.
No.
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 Okay, I am going. I don't even know. I don't know. I guess I can do this. This might end poorly. I'm gonna do it. I grab the ends of my cloak, and I fly at 40 feet per second directly at the dragon.
You do that. So Vanna, for the first time ever seeing him do this, he takes the rapier, and he knows he can't attack while doing this, but he grabs one corner with the hand in the rapier, grabs the other, and all of a sudden you kind of feel like this magical lift of your cloak, and like you see little pointy ears from the hood of the cloak as he flies like a bat up towards Samadul. What are you doing?
I want to basically, reminiscent of Deidre time, try to like get above him and then like drop in and stab
Okay,
him.
we'll say make an attack roll, yeah.
Alright. And if I can, just like stay on his back, I guess? Shit, I don't know. He's big enough, right? He's huge.
He's big.
A 19 plus 10 is 29.
That'll hit.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, bad roll.
Ooh.
Really bad roll.
Lot of
Holy
ones.
shit, that's 4, 8, 5 is 13, plus 6 is only 19 points. of
19 points of damage, but it stabs hard into into the 19. Hold on, let me just do that real quick. It stabs hard, deep into this, and it lets out this loud roar. It's kind of flapping a little bit erratically as it is bleeding from a lot of different holes. And make an acrobatics check or an athletics check to hold on.
I think I'm acrobatics, right?
Yeah, I would say acrobatics.
Yes,
yeah,
I'm
make
acrobatics. Okay. That's going to be +9, so 26.
26. It's really, really hard, but you manage to kind of flip and kind of saddle down. You are now straddling this dragon with your rapier after pulling it out as it's flapping around, now with Rodek beneath it, and
Yeehaw, bitches.
and it is going to fling its tail back up to try to hit you.
Disadvantage.
It is disadvantage.
18.
Barely hits you.
I'm gonna try to uncanny dodge.
As it swings down. Oh wow, really shitty roll. 15 points of bludgeoning damage. And make another either athletics or acrobatics check to hold on.
14 + 9 is 23.
23. You kind of feel like you're getting knocked off, and then but you manage to hold on to one of its spines as you are.
I was gonna say because I have Bardic Inspiration if I need to use it.
Okay. And with that, it is the Bullywug's turns, and it is going. They are going to. How many are alive? So can you pull the one underneath it? So
They have half speed.
So 4 more are going to run out.
So where?
There's going to be 2 kind of around Sylvie, just somewhere. 1 next to Annulin. And then put 1 right by you guys. As 1 is they're going to run out and they're going to kind of stick their arms up, and they notice that Samadul is kind of slowed by this thing, and they are going to half speed.
So these 2 guys are slowed.
Yeah. Love those.
1, 2, and so you see they run, and it looks like they're not going to be able to make it, but both of them hunker down and leap and heave off and leap to Rodek. And so there's
These 2?
Yeah. No. They're going to stay there.
The slowed ones.
The slowed ones are going to leap to Rodek. So we have a bite attack against Annulin. It's going to miss. Spear attack against Annulin. It's going to miss. We have 3 bites. So wait, no, they're disadvantaged on their attack rolls.
No, I don't think they're disadvantaged. They just they can't do a bonus action. They can only
Okay.
do one.
So they're just going to do
one
one attack. So 3 bites on Rodek.
No, they can only do 1 attack.
They can
right?
only do one attack.
One
Oh,
attack
they're
each.
just going to do 3 spears on Rodek.
They can do an action or
3 spears on
bonus
Rodek.
action, right?
Yes,
Not
an
both.
action or a bonus action.
All 3 miss, and then we're going to do the extra bite for the one that isn't slowed, and that is also going to miss. And then we're going to get 1 spear on Sylvie. It's going to horribly miss. We got another spear on Sylvie, and it's going to be natural 1. Wow. Okay. And then with that, that's the board now, and then it's Annulin's turn.
Okay. The lions are going to run up here.
Okay.
And make 2 bite attacks on these 2.
Okay.
So that's 19 to hit and 15 to hit.
Both hit. They just devour these. They're tearing apart these bullywugs that are slow. They're unable to even resist.
Okay, and then they'll kind of back up with their extra speed. And then for my turn, I'm going to fire an arrow at the last bullywug
Okay.
over here.
He has a -2 penalty to AC.
Excellent. That's 18 to hit.
18. That'll hit. It fires through. It smashes through its skull. You hear like, and it collapses to the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I will fire a second arrow into the dragon.
Okay.
Oh god,
He has lower AC because of the slow spell.
I can only use it once a day. So.
Well, now Vander's dead.
Hold on. 17.
Oh my gosh.
17. That bit. It looks like it normally. Well, you feel like this would have been off had you been firing for this. It looks like it's trying to dodge, but the slow spell is just keeping its mind is too mired as as the arrow strikes true.
So that's 15, 20, no, 21.
21 to hit.
Yeah.
21 damage.
21 damage.
Oh shit. Okay.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
And so it fires in a weak spot in his chest, and then the wings start kind of flapping erratically as it's looking really weak. And and it's out of bonus actions, and it's looking a little rough.
You can't make bonus actions because it's slowed.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, it's the end of its turn. But while this is happening, Guru you kind of see as its turn, and it's looking rough. Guru's observing the devastation you're unleashing upon Samadul, seemingly helpless in his shadowy shield. His face is twisted into a mixture of rage and sorrow. He slams his fist down onto the railing of the balcony as he turns to the Shadow Man. Samadhi! He's taking a beating down there. I can end this right here and right now. Let me out and you'll still have what I promised. There's a whole city around us begging to be devoured. We fed on their pain, their misery, and their souls for decades, you and I. And once Agwe is in my boy's belly, you'll have your avatar. Samadhi waves a long, narrow finger at Guru as he takes a puff of his shadow cigar.
Is he still just a shadowy figure?
Yep.
Okay.
Just a shadowy figure. It's just Guru shadow.
Alright.
So cool.
Come now, Mr. Guru. You have to know me and my business practices better than that. I don't right care how starved your boy is. A shadow dragon that can kill 4 little mortals on his own is no good to me at all. The incarnation of death, shadow, and war. The terror of the Shadowfell. The bane of the Raven Queen. That is your end of the bargain. I will see if your boy holds up. Tears start to kind of well up in the corner of Guru's eyes as he clenches his fists and looks down at the scene below, turning away from Samadhi. Please! He's my boy! Samadhi lets out a bemused laugh and shakes his 2-dimensional head. You mean a boy? You promised to a Death Lord as a weapon of war in exchange for power. This is the nature of our deal, and you will stay as you are. Rage seems to well up in Guru as he fights back and suppresses it. Slowly he reaches up in the air, or reaches up and tilts his top hat brim over his eyes before raising his fist in the air. Come on, boy! Remove these vampire-loving bilge rats from my riverboat. I know you're hungry just like your daddy, but once you tear them apart like a fox in a henhouse, you'll be sated and stronger than ever. Get him! And then, with that, it is Samadul's turn. As it is kind of flapping around and
after Annual's turn? Oh, Big Bad 2.
No, Annualin already went.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
After
and so
Annual's
it's
turn.
yeah,
Okay.
it's
Sorry, I'm
his
just
turn.
trying to keep up.
So it is going to lean back and try to turn around Vance as you're riding it and bite you. So it is going.
It's not disadvantaged.
It is not correct.
And I've already used my uncanny dodge.
You're lucky for you, it misses.
It's getting green.
As you manage to barely, as you kind of lean back, and the angles is difficult for Samadul to manage to bite into you. As it sees Rodek, it sees you, and it's going to.
He only gets one action. So
Oh,
at the
okay.
end of his turn, he can roll.
That's right.
to see.
So that's all he does. He fails to bite Avantris, and he's going to get a 19.
That makes
Passes.
sense.
Okay, so he
Okay, that still did so much
he
more.
That spell's nuts.
you can kind of see him, his mind, his eyes are kind of rolling around, and it's. And suddenly he starts to flap faster. It's still erratic from the wounds that you've inflicted upon him. He is looking around for a. Oh, before he did that, he'll still fly over to the bullywug.
That's fine.
Okay.
You just can't eat it.
Yeah. You're below, though. Because he is going to fly.
I think I was there. Yeah, pretty sure.
Okay, and he's going to see that, and he's gonna fly. Yeah, he's gonna fly to that bullywug. And then with that, it is Sylvie's turn.
And I am going to Eldritch Blast both the bullywugs 1 and 5.
Okay.
25 and 28.
25 and 28 both hit. And they are disintegrated. Instantly. You see Samadul leaning down. You see Samadul flying over, and you think quickly and blast. And right before Samadul can get its jaws around this bullywug, both disintegrate. And it looks around, and there's kind of a wild, bestial panic in its eyes as it's flying. Avantris, as it's flying, I'm going to need you to make another acrobatics check to see
And
if
then,
you
can you move me, Rich? Can you move me closer towards Annulin? 60 feet.
I'm going to use the Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
That's 6. 14 plus 9 is 23.
23, you manage to keep holding on despite the
one.
erratic flying.
This is as far as you can go.
Okay, that's good. I'll be
Okay.
close to Annulin.
Rodek, you're up.
How high is he?
But he's going to take a legendary action still and then
Okay.
try to smash Vandus on his back.
Still, I'm no longer still normal attack.
Okay. You know, he misses. He flies up and misses. I mean, you would think that I'm making this up, ladies and gentlemen, to make an easier fight. I'm not. I literally roll more 1s to 3s than anyone on the planet. Anyway, Rodek, you're up.
How high in the air is he?
He's 20 feet.
Okay. I am going to run over one.
Well, no, actually, he flew down to the bullywug, so no, he'll be in range.
Oh?
Yep.
Okay,
He's
great.
about 5 feet up. He's 5 feet up.
I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna
'Cause I
come right here.
I did that for flavor, and it makes sense. He's not suddenly back up in the air.
I will then attack. You can use Bardic Inspiration. 18?
18 barely hits.
Woo! Thank you, Sylvie. I
That's
will
2.
You're
make
welcome,
that.
Igor. Hit him.
I'm gonna make that a menacing attack.
Yep.
So Wisdom saving throw and damage. Reroll that guy.
Oh,
There we go.
80.
10. So 16 damage.
16 damage.
And with saving throw.
It slashes in. 16 damage. 1. As you're just unleashing devastation upon this dragon. Go ahead.
And then my second attack is a 22.
Okay, that'll hit.
Did he pass the save throw?
Oh. 23. I rolled really well against saves
You
against
do.
Rodek.
So the damage for the second one is 3, 4, it's 10 damage.
What?
10 damage.
10 damage. As you slice in, and it is getting weak as it's going to swing down. It's going to use another legendary action to try to get Vandus off of its back. 14 doesn't hit either. It misses. It's slamming in as you are hacking it apart. It is bleeding, and you hear Guru call out and says like, "Come on, boy! That elf is no better than a flea on a mangy dog! Get it off of you!" And with that, it is Vandus.
I am going
Hating on the elves
to.
tonight.
I'm going to attack.
Do it.
12 plus 9 is 21.
21. Roll damage.
I'm going to use Green Flame Blade.
Okay.
Flame blade him.
So upon a successful attack, just deals an additional 1d8.
Yep.
Yeah. Much better.
There we go.
So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, plus 8 is 19, plus 5 is 24, plus 6 is 30 points of damage.
There we go.
How do you want to do this?
I want to, as I'm on the back, I realize I have a good line of sight on his neck, and I want to aim for what I think would be basically the vertebrae and the spinal column, and try to deliver a death blow.
Okay. So you hold on.
Yeah, I say this is not even close to how do you want to do this? My ass.
No, yeah. I don't trust. Knowing Mike, I don't trust this.
I can't wait to tell Dobro that we slayed a dragon now.
Okay. So, as you're on it, it's constantly trying to thrash you. It is flinging its tail, but due to Sylvie's magic and distraction from Rodek and Annulin, it is unable to do it. It's been constantly trying. You've been able to be as acrobatic as you can, and you manage to see through all of the weaknesses, and through slashes, you see a hole of a weak spot in this armor, this scaled armor, and you see that it's going to kind of hit the vertebrae, and you plunge Venom's spine, and as soon as you hit it, it lets out this horrific gurgling roar as it pierces through its spine into its flesh, and you almost feel it kind of rupture some kind of organ. You're not sure if it's his heart. As the shadow that engulfs Samedul starts to twist violently around him, he collapses down to the ground from flying as he tilts his head back, unleashing one gurgling groan before collapsing onto the ground in a heap. And almost instantly, as you're kind of knocked up to the side, can you actually roll a dex saving throw for me?
Yes,
As
I'd be
he
happy
collapses.
to. Ooh, 10.
10. You fall to the ground and roll 10 feet away, and you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. And it collapses to the ground, and you see the slain form of the shadow dragon start to dissolve into ash.
Oh man.
Start to dissolve into ash. You hear a pained cry from the balcony above you. My boy! You hear a creak of wood as you see Remy Garou, still circled by the swirling purple shadow, leap down from the balcony with surprising grace for a man of his size and his age. And he sprints over to the pile of ash all the way there. He falls to his knees trying to scoop up the ash as it all falls through his fingers. His top hat, you can see, sails to the ground behind him, landing on the roulette wheel floor. He looks at the pile. He says, "You let my son die." Baron Samedi's voice rings out from the balcony as the shadow flickers and he starts to lose form, the candles beside him dimming. "But it was your own bad decision that got him killed in the first place. One dead, weak, skinny dragon is nothing in the scale of the multiverse. With my plans for the Shadowfell, I can wait for the right weapon. You know why? I got something you don't have, Mr. Garou. Time." Immediately, the swirling shadows around Garou, once his shield, constrict and writhe tight around the man's body, sneaking under his clothes and driving into his skin. He lets out a groan of pain as he stumbles onto his hands, looking at his flesh start to discolor. His eyes go wide with realization. "This is the same hex you cursed your boy's proud green mother with. Let no one say I am not a lover of justice. What's one more dead dragon in the scale of the multiverse? I'll pour some rum out for you, my former associate. See ya on the other side." With that, you see the continually fading silhouette raise a finger up in the front of where his mouth would be. And with a single, he disappears and all of the remaining candles are snuffed. The entire hall is dark, besides the purple glow emanating from the hex that racks Garou as he stands, running a hand through his hair. His now just messy, formerly slick black hair as his eyes narrow with pain and anger. There's also a sense of dread. They dart between all four of you. He takes several steps back as he starts to twitch all over. "Y'all killed my boy, but this ain't over. That lanky son of a bitch is wrong. I can't be killed that easily, like some firefly beneath a child's foot." Garou winces in pain, closing his eyes tightly and pursing his lips. Once he reopens them again, the eyes are the color of a sickly yellow, devoid of pupils. His grimace now bears a row of razor-sharp teeth as he starts to grow, not just in height, but in girth as well. There's no way I'm going out like this. I am not some fragile mortal man to be extinguished by a light breeze like so many of your kind. He continues to step back. The veins on his neck pop from the pain as he now looms over you at least a dozen feet, his clothing seemingly absorbed into his body. As his gut expands out at an absurd rate, as his neck starts to stretch, his exposed flesh, not human skin, but thick black scales. I have lived for thousands of years! I have turned millions of souls to sin! I have seen entire civilizations crumble and fall from my words alone! The world is a swamp of temptation, deceit, and misery, and I am its king! Guru's arms extend into black scaled claws that slam down into the floor below, sending wooden splinters flying across the room. His head is no longer human. It is wide, bloated, monstrous, with deeply set yellow eyes, an enormous maw of jagged teeth that house a putrid, long, pink, lashing tongue. 2 large gray horns curve down and frame his face, and 2 fat, fleshy tendrils extend down from his upper jaw. Flanking his mouth, and several smaller ones wriggle beneath his lower jaw. A huge fish-like fin extends upwards from his neck and running all the way down his back to his tail, which is also flanked by several lateral fins. From each shoulder blade stretches a colossal black wing that seems to barely fit the space of the hole. His torso is massive, almost bloated looking, with a greenish-beige swollen underbelly. Fully formed before you is the largest living creature that any of you have ever seen, and is unmistakable, even with limited knowledge, to any of you as an ancient black dragon. However, you can still clearly see the glowing purple hex swirling over and under the creature's skin, causing it to crackle and rupture. Before you, boys and girls, is not some human named Remy. No, you look upon the son of the legendary Bakrugul. Y'all have gone and messed with Rugarul, the voracious doom. The dragon shifts its weight, causing the entire riverboat to tilt and creak to the side. His huge wings start to beat absurdly powerful gusts at you as he opens his mouth, slithering tongue lilting out of the corners, corner to corner, and thick spurts of acid spray all over the room. I need you to make a strength saving throw and a dexterity saving throw. Read the dexterity saving throw first.
Okay.
This is to dodge the acid.
Oh, baby, I got a 20. So I got a 29.
Okay.
I got a 14.
Oh boy.
Sylvie?
Oh boy. Dex saving throw? I got 14.
19.
Oh boy.
So Annulin and Sylvie fail. As
Am
the
I
acid
died?
flies everywhere and deals... And it seems it's not concentrated. He's in a panic as it flies. 28 points of acid damage.
Oh,
as
shit.
Yes.
both of you, half for both, half for
None for me. Dex
What?
saving
None
throw.
for you. As it's half for you, as acid just sprays all over the room. And I need strength saving throws from all of you.
Oh, boy, that's
damn
fine.
it.
As acid, 2 big globs of acid land on both of you, and it singes your flesh. And it looks like this was not concentrated. This was not a deliberate thing, and that was all he was able to muster.
Me.
What about you guys?
24.
A 6 for my strength.
Okay.
12.
12! What's happening?
12. So
not
as
strong.
you're all blasted, the wind picks you up and carries you. You fly and tumble. Rhoda, you manage to you fly back. You fly back 50 feet. Manage to grab on to a railing and manage to kind of hunker yourself down. The rest of you are blasted back 100 feet towards the back of the.
Just like this direction?
Should I have done anything for the
I would say the map doesn't. Really, you're basically away. So basically, you're.
Thank you, Ricky.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
yeah.
Appreciate
Thank
the
you.
bits like mere minutes
so
before we die.
Yeah, we're pooping
Yeah.
our pants
And
right now.
Rodek, you managed to survive, but the rest of you take.
Oh Jesus. Does that not count as an attack?
Should I have done rolls for the lions too?
Okay.
Yes.
And then I assume the bullywug would have probably.
Yeah. So whatever I told you the damage. 15 points of bludgeoning damage as you are knocked back into the ship, and all of you, except for Rodek, are stunned.
Oh,
As you hit your heads, and it's the sheer force. As you're blasted away, you see the curse flare up and swirl around Rougarou. The dragon lets out a roar of pain, and you can see a twinge of fear come into its gross yellow eyes. With a heave to the left, he begins to turn towards the bow, each step causing the boat to rock violently. You hear the sounds of shock and terror from the patrons above.
Oh jeez.
Y'all ain't worth killing when I'm in my former glory. I just need to, I need to get this annoying hex back. Need to get it off back in my lair, and I'll come back to you, for you and the rest of Ogway, such a savory feast. Well, we're already,
At the end of the playlist.
You see, with a mighty lunge, he bursts through the front of the riverboat, sending wood fragments flying everywhere and rocking the ship violently. As he does so, the hex once flares, causing him to half stumble down and hit the taut anchor chain as he falls into the water with a massive splash. Shrieks ring out from above as you can see gamblers plummeting from their various levels now various levels of the destroyed deck.
Can I just, while this is happening, like since I'm not stunned, just trying to kind of grab everybody together?
You're gonna go back to them?
So he's going away from me, right?
Yes.
He's like burst through, right?
He's burst
Already?
through, yeah.
No, I'm gonna go back to them since they're all stunned. You're trying to kind of like get them and collect them together as strong as I can, like carry everybody if I can.
You're trying to kind of just drag people together.
Right.
And you see, plummeting ahead of you as you're starting to almost recover from the stunned state is the city of Ogway visible from the shattered bow of the ship. You see disturbed water in the river as the anchor starts to move forward ahead of the ship beneath water, and for several moments, until you hear a loud splash as Rougarou erupts from beneath the water, clawing his way out of the river into the Magnolia Promenade district, visibly tangled up with the chain of the anchor. In two mighty slams, he levels two riverside buildings as onlookers scream and sprint in all directions. And you see him lean down and snap up and devour one individual before he beats his large wings several times and takes to the sky, the boat's anchor dangling beneath him as he starts flying north, still connected to the ship. The rattling of the ship's anchor as the dragon flies further and further away, as it lets out slack, is echoing through the riverboat until it flies further and further away. Suddenly the entire ship lurches forward as the chain runs out of slack. Screams grow louder as the top of the riverboat crashes, creaks and moans and loses its structural integrity. You hear a loud crash as a large portion of the upper deck collapses into the hole that Rougarou left behind. The bow of the ship lifts upwards and begins being violently pulled upriver as you start to recover from your stun.
We need to go!
Well, we have to fly. We have to get out of here.
Yeah.
Take Angela.
I'm gonna grab it
Hold on,
and
there's-
like pull her on the back of the broom. with me.
Can I see where the anchor is?
The anchor is dangling from Garou.
No, I mean, where's it attached to the boat?
It's up towards the front of the bow. So there are stairs. You look around, there's a set of stairs that lead to the front deck, and you know that you could probably get to the front of the bow and try to do something about it.
Okay. We need to get to the anchor.
We can try, but if we can't dislodge it, we'll have to just escape.
That's fine. I mean, can you take me?
You?
Can you take me to the anchor right now?
Yes.
Let's go. You'll be fine. Just get out.
All right, go.
Alright, so
Come
hop
on.
off.
I jump on the broom.
God, you
Take
smell
me.
bad. Let's go.
I'm gonna rush over and just pick up my lions.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna yell to Annie. Let's get. Can we get to the hole that he left behind? Like, open
It's
and
fully
visibly?
closed.
Oh, it's
and
been
so
closed off.
as you're all kind of getting ready, you start to hear the shrieks and screams of the passersby as you hear and you hear the slapping and you hear no get off as you hear bloodshed, as the clattering of bloodshed up on the deck above starts to sound as if bullywugs are starting to kill individuals on board.
So, are you guys? Did you guys go?
No, you guys are all running up to the main deck. What do you guys do? You're all together now still.
So,
I just threw Rodek on the broom and we were speeding off to the...
Yeah, so basically you hear that, and basically you are at the back of the ship now.
Do what you need to do, as I hear that.
Yeah.
And I want to, because this is happening now, right?
I want to yell to Annual that we should try to get back to the porthole that we came in through. Like, can we get back up to where...
Oh, I need to change this, by the way. Let me do this. So you run and you see that the portholes are still closed. As you hear the sound of like bloodshed, as you fly up, you see a number of bullywugs, some with blow darts, and one with a large axe and shield. The two of you, as you can fly out on the deck. There's you see 3 cowering people as the bullywugs are running towards them, weapons drawn, and they're getting ready to fire them. What are you guys doing?
As we fly past the 2, I want to shoot Eldritch Blasts at the 2 closest ones that I can see.
Okay, yeah,
I'm just holding on until we see the whatever is attaching the boat to the rope.
Okay, so you fly down, and you're going to. So there's one large guy, and you fly over, and there's several blowgunners. You want to shoot one of the blowgunners? Or whatever? Okay, yeah. So make an attack roll.
27 for one of my border lances, and 29 for the other one.
27, 29. Are you hitting 2 different ones or just one?
I'll do 2 different ones.
Okay.
And then it's 12 to one and 13 to the other.
12 to one and 13 to the other. Okay. 12 to one and 13 to the other. As you blast, and it kind of hits them, and they look at you, but they continue to move forward. As you're flying away, you hear the sickly, no, please! As you hear axe hitting flesh and darts hitting 2 people. As you are...
So while this is happening,
yeah,
I'm going to use my walkie-talkie, and I'm saying, they're killing everyone! If you could shoot them, I think we'll be fine!
Alright.
I looked at Annual. They don't want us to escape. We should turn back.
I don't have a walkie-talkie, so I can say nothing.
Do I have it?
Yes, you do.
I'm the only one that doesn't.
Okay.
I mean, if
and
things,
Lumi's dead. So.
Let's head back to the upper deck, and if things get bad, we'll bail.
Okay.
But we should at least try to do what we can.
Yeah, I think you're right.
We'll rush. We'll turn back around and start heading back up to the upper.
Okay. You turn back around, and as you are riding forward, you're flying. How fast does the broom go?
It's 600 feet, or 60 feet, so we would be, at this point, probably down.
20.
So 1
and so as you're going, you make some ground and you fly over, and suddenly you're flying, and suddenly you're not making any ground. As the boat starts to go faster than you are.
Can I see it? Can I see where it's attached?
So you can see up ahead, very far, several hundred feet.
No, I'm saying where the anchor is attached in the bottom of the boat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you can see that the anchor is coming way far. There's still 700 feet or several hundred feet of deck left. As it's tilting upwards, you see that the anchor, you can't see exactly where it's fastened. You know it's somewhere in the ship, but you can see that there is a number of shapes that look like bullywugs up towards that direction, as the boat is starting to pull at a faster rate than the broom is even flying.
We need to land!
Avantris and Annual are stuck there.
They were all in the boat!
And we can't catch up to it.
If we land, we can run!
You can run faster than a broom?
If we're on the ground, yes!
I don't understand what you're saying.
So once we're on the boat, we're going faster, and then we can still run along the deck to catch up out of character, physics-wise.
Like you're running on top of a train.
So I thought you were saying that we were already behind it.
No. We're still.
No.
It's a huge riverboat.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that's fine.
You
I'll
start to make some
drop
ground.
that.
You fly over that first group as they're being slaughtered or whatever, and you manage to get past them. And suddenly, as speed picks up and up and up and up and up and up, it starts. Suddenly, you stop gaining ground and you start to kind of pull back a little bit. And you're like nearly tailing it, and you're not able to make much progress. And you look up ahead, you can see the kind of silhouette of this massive black dragon with wings. And I actually have text for this. As you arrive at the top deck, as you're doing all this, you see the Ogway on either side of you rushing as you speed over the river faster and faster, especially faster than this riverboat was ever meant to be to ever go. and you see the devastation from the boat, from the overturned game tables, the collapsing walkways up above, and the bloody corpses from the seeming direct attacks from the bullywugs that worked for Guru, the grinning sinners. Several patrons that managed to survive are hanging on to the railing for dear life, or tucked under fastened furniture, crying and praying for safety. It's like the Titanic, if you've ever seen that film, Titanic. The formerly flat deck of the Hunter's Manfish is now tilted up considerably and forms a long ramp upwards towards the flapping form of the dragon that's towing this vessel. And so you guys are on the broom, and what are you guys doing?
We're just landing on the deck.
Okay, so you land. Okay, what are you guys doing?
So we're just gonna make our way up.
I would make my way. Yeah, we would
Where
make
we
our way
saw
up to
them
the
go.
deck, and I would assume go towards the anchor connection point.
We're gonna make our way.
anything
Right,
that's-
we're gonna make our way to the anchor where we saw them fly towards, but we're gonna try to save as many people and just start slaughtering bullywugs.
So as you guys land, you hear the clattering before you. As you start to hear, and you hear behind you to glance over, Avantris and Annual start to run up the deck as what was it? 5 bullywugs start to rush them. I am going to reveal the map.
Oh
shit. So is it just kind of, as far as character knowledge goes, do we know, like in character, that an ancient dragon is like so far out of our league that it's like...
Well, he did say we were able to recognize it as what it was.
I would say you
having
know that
knowledge
it's
of it.
strong. I would also say, here, could you move...
All of it? Or not?
No, just the left side.
This side?
Yeah, left side. No, your side.
Left
Yeah.
side. So you're getting
My
the
left,
side.
my left.
Vertical
The
left.
boys' side, not the girls' side.
Okay.
Yeah,
This side.
quick. Okay. Okay.
I got power going on.
Oh, yeah, no, you can have
Okay.
Holy shit.
So this is the deck, this is the railing, there's some doors going in, and you see... Here, as cowering figures, we'll say Annual and Avantris, you are coming up this way, as you guys are basically side by side, and Sylvia and Rodek, you managed to make it,
Oh wow, you
was-
guys are really way out.
I would say up here, as you see this happening.
Oh, where's the front of the boat? This way?
That way,
Oh.
the front of the boat.
Yeah, so I think that seeing the bullywugs, Avantris and I would probably just make attacks.
Okay, so I need everyone to roll for initiative.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Hungry.
Okay, 20 and 25?
22.
You want to roll for him?
Yep.
22. Sylvie's
No,
23.
22, sorry, 22.
I rolled a
Annual,
5.
go first.
Annual's first.
Plus
what do you
not.
get?
So I, Vanders has a 14.
14.
I have a 17.
Point. There's no big bads here.
What do you have?
Where are my monster things?
Eagle lost.
Oh, they did?
Apologies as I look for. Here.
Yeah, unfortunate. That's the end of the run. It's all good.
Okay, so, as you see this happen, you see that these, the bullywugs, I have some flavor text for this. As soon as you land, you look behind you and Vanders and Anyon, you kind of go back rather than trying to escape. As you see up ahead of you, you hear the rushing, slapping footsteps heading in your direction, followed by screams of pain. And you see one huge bullywug, far larger than anything that you've seen previously, completely covered in scars, wielding a tribal-looking axe, and completely covered in blood. Its shield is carved like an exotic mask. And behind him are familiar skull-face painted blowgunners. Everyone's rolled for initiative. And so, with that, it's Anyone's turn.
Okay,
And you can see that 2 of the blowgunners have singes on their top shoulders where Sylvie's Eldest Blast had hit them.
What is a 10?
I'm assuming we're within the time limit I can transfer my hunter's mark.
It's 2
What's
by
that?
2.
It hasn't been an hour since we started the...
No.
Okay, I'm going to
2 by
transfer my
2.
hunter's mark to the large
So,
one.
this would be a
attack.
10.
If it comes, it's radiating from me.
Yep.
Yeah. So it
So would
doesn't.
it be
Well, I'll start with him.
You're right. It's
Oh, thanks.
It's
Thanks,
just
Jared. I didn't see that.
10 feet radiating from me?
Which means it would be basically 5 feet on either side, so it would come to the middle of this cube and the middle of this cube.
17
you know what I'm
to
saying?
hit.
17 to hit.
It's like kind of weird.
Okay,
in
that does hit.
formation.
Which one are you
It's
hitting?
not even.
The big one.
Big one. Yep, 17 that does hit. Barely.
So 12 damage.
12 damage. Okay.
Even on
As it fires in, it stabs
be
in.
two.
What's
The arrow hits you.
It is full presence.
And it doesn't die or anything, right?
No.
Okay, so like looking a little confused. like
These are some big, heavy duty bullet
No,
walls.
that's
Okay,
These
so
aren't
I'm gonna be
minions.
like, oh shit, like
Yeah.
this is a different class, and
That's
I'll
how
fire another
games
arrow
work
at
in
it.
D&D. You can pick a
Natty 20.
Oh my gosh, there we go.
Yeah, yeah.
Dang, nice.
Dog.
Yeah, so you just basically take those 4, I think, and put them in any direction
Okay.
around. You know what I'm saying?
So now that he's damaged, I would use. So it's gonna be 4d8 and 2d6.
Yep.
Die, Bullywug. So that's 7 and 8 is 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 25, 26 plus 5. So 31 damage.
31 damage. As you fire an arrow, it pierces his armor. His scarred hide takes it. Takes some damage, but he's still going. Okay. Sylvia, you're
So
up.
number 1.
What?
She
Number
hit
one.
number
Big
one?
dude. Big dude.
I'm going to cast one of my glitter lances at him.
You're gonna cast what?
Glitter lance
Yep,
at him.
yep.
And that is a 28 to hit.
Oh, yep, that'll hit.
And that is an 11 points of damage.
Okay.
I'm then gonna cast my next one at him, and that is a 23 to hit,
Hits.
and that is another 11 points.
Nice.
of
Okay.
damage. So
As
22.
you're just blasting him, and he just stuff. As he's just this big. You imagine that he may have been a champion in the battle ring. From below, and he is a big bad fucking froggy.
Holy
Froggy Jones. Okay, is that your turn?
Yep, that's
Rodek, you're up. And just as you're seeing, there's people on either side of you from, you're seeing the crawdad quarter as people are just looking like these fishermen are just kind of reeling in and just watching this riverboat speed by. As horrific people are just looking, you're just rushing towards the
For
bio.
my movement,
Yeah.
would you have said that we had dismounted, or would Rodek still be on my broom? Because for
Your
my
preference.
movement, am I gonna have to take? Because I'm fine with taking him, but I'm gonna come back. I'm probably gonna be like 4 spaces back.
He can hop off and you can fly away.
So I'll leave that up to Richie to choose, but I'm gonna go 4 spaces.
You landed, I would say
Yeah,
Rodek is
that's
off.
fine. Well, no. I'm saying if we're down, but I'm still on,
That's
and you're
just
taking me
fine.
back,
Yes, you're
that's
both-
fine.
yes. Yes. 100%.
I'm 4 spaces from that back line. Thanks.
There you go.
Yeah. Right there?
That's where I want to be.
Both of you, Rodek is riding bitch, and he's like clinging on to the broom, and you guys do that. Rodek, you're up.
Which way is off the boat, and which way is towards the?
The one with the doors, those little shitty door things. Right side is my right is boat, is doors. Left side is off the boat.
I'm gonna go here, and
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out my javelin of lightning, and I'm going to chuck it at the guy number 4 right there.
Okay.
That's gonna be a
That's gonna
bullywug
be
kebab.
a yikes for me, dog.
Bullywug kebab.
That is a 19 plus 20,
Oh, yeah.
20 to hit, I think.
20
or
hits, yeah.
20 something to hit.
Yeah, yeah.
And
And they all need to make dex saving throws. All the 4. What's
Where
the
is it?
dex?
Where is it? Javelin of
Oh my
lightning.
god. What's the ZC?
13.
They all fail.
Okay. So, the first guy takes javelin damage,
Okay.
which is 1d6 plus 5. So, the first guy takes 10 damage.
What number is that?
Number 4 takes 10 damage from the javelin.
Okay.
And
It
then
pierces into him.
And then they all take, how much? 4d6 lightning damage.
Okay.
5, 9,
13.
13, 16 damage.
16 damage. They all take that?
They all take 16
Okay,
damage.
Jesus Christ. 12. Let me just do that before I forget.
And which ones that I hit previously?
Number 1 and 2.
1 and 2. Gotcha. Thank you.
I have to figure that'd be easier.
Yeah, it is.
So you see Rodek run up along the side as you're kind of shimmying down this sloped ramp at this point. As you kind of hear this screaming from going all over to the ship. These are some way heavier duty bullywugs than the disposable sacrifices that Guru had around, down below. and you see his javelin turn into this lightning bolt and fires and zaps all these bugs as it pierces into him. They are all looking rough, but they are still all hanging on.
Wow.
That was only one attack.
Oh, wow.
So my second attack will just be, then I'll pull my sword out if I can.
Yep.
I don't know if I can do all that.
Well, you dropped it, so it's your free object interaction.
Okay. Cool. So then I'll pull my sword out and I
It's
will
part of your attack.
Javelin
attack.
stuck in the wall over here.
17 to hit.
Hits.
Roll that guy. 16 damage.
16 damage. To number... Which?
To number one.
To number 1. Hold on. Just enough. You cleave him in half as he falls to the ground, and he just rolls down. Avantris, you just see the two halves of the bullywug just roll past you as that happens. Anything else?
I'm done.
Okay, and with that, it is the gunner's turn. They are all going to flank against the wall. Yep, line up against the wall. And one's going to shoot a blowgun at Sylvie, one at Rodek, and the other at Anulin. So 2 at Sylvie. Are you fucking kidding me? 13 doesn't hit. Okay, so both miss Sylvie. 2 are going to attack Rodek. That was cocked. It would have been a natural 20, and both miss instead. Okay. The other one is going to hit or attack. 1 is going to hit Anulin. There you go. So you take 4 points of piercing damage and 5 points of poison damage as you feel the dart hits you as it pierces in, and you feel the poison seep into you. Vanish, you're up.
Okay, 1 second. Question. So if the bullywugs can understand common, correct?
Yes.
Does that mean we share a language?
No.
Damn. I bum rush the bullywug.
Okay.
The big one.
Yeah, and I will make an attack.
Okay.
11 plus 10 is 21.
That hits.
Not bad. 6, 10, 15, 18 plus 6 is 23.
23.
24.
24, okay. Jesus. As you stab them, it's like, and he kind of spits up this bile at you, and he's looking very rough, but he's still hanging on.
All right.
Oh, and with that, it's his turn.
Yeah,
and he's
bring it on,
gonna,
big boy.
as he does it, he goes, and he spews this poisonous goop at you that is going to hit both Anulin and Avantris.
It's terrible.
And that is going to deal, or con saving throw, please.
Con?
Yep.
Oh, that's not good.
On who?
Anderson Vanillin.
Andrus and Vanillin.
Damn it.
Come on, roll high, baby.
Oh, that ain't good. I got 6.
Ooh, a good old hot 10.
Both of you fail. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Taking
Miserably.
Oh, shit! I forgot to take my potion at the beginning of my turn.
I did too.
12 points of poison damage.
Oh!
As it,
Wowee!
Can I uncanny dodge it? It's damage. It's attack. I'm take 6.
Yep. Okay, that's his turn. That's all he. Yep, that's his turn. And with that, it is Angel's turn.
Well, this is ugly.
Oh, I'm gonna groan and fire an arrow at him. What am I doing?
At least 18.
Yeah, 19.
19. Oh, that hits.
Huzzah.
You're fighting Big Dude Jones.
Big dude Jans.
There you go.
What time is it?
It's late. Probably a little past midnight.
Okay.
17 damage?
17 damage. As you fire your arrow, it finally gets him, pierces through his skull, and he collapses to the ground.
You jerk! And then I'll fire another one at the first gunner in the row.
And he
Number 2.
Number 2. He rolls down.
Okay. I don't know why I can't math today. 21.
21 to hit, that hits.
Okay.
10.
10. It fires, it gets him in the side. He looks very rough, but he's hanging on. Sylvie, you're up.
I'm going to use my bonus action to take a potion.
Okay.
superior healing potion, and I'm gonna glitter lance number 2.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Oh wow.
Which sucks that I chose number 2 for that one, but
So
it's
many
fine. 8, 9, 10, 11, 16 damage.
He's completely incinerated.
Yeah, and
as
then
you
I'm
fought,
gonna-
and then the bones, the kind of singed bones, rattle down the ship as you're pulled.
And then I'm also gonna do that to number 3 as well.
Okay.
And that is a 21.
21, that'll hit.
And that's 15.
15. Okay, so
Which one was this?
To number 3.
you fry the one. The guy looks to him and he's unable to see the other one. It hits as he almost kind of drops his blowgun. He gets ready to fire again. It seems like he has his orders. Rhoda, you're up.
I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Just rush at the 2 guys.
Okay.
I'll do 1 hit at one guy first. 26 hits.
You do that.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage.
13 damage to who?
To number 4.
Number 4. Okay.
See you alive.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll attack again. 17 to hit.
Okay. 17 hits.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage to number 4 again.
You stab your sword through his gut, and he collapses to the ground dead and rolls down the deck.
And turn.
Okay, so that is
Only one guy left?
that's one guy left. So he is going to start running. He's going to run 1, 2, 3. So he's going to move 20 feet towards along the wall.
He's going to take attack of opportunity?
I'm going to take it to attack of opportunity against him.
Oh yeah, sure.
Natural 20.
Oh, that's the day, bitch!
10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Just he turns and runs, and I just want to basically just right in half, cut him in half, and he'll just fall forward.
You
as
as
he
he's
turns
like,
around.
and he looks like he's trying to get into a better spot, and he thinks he's going to be able to dodge like the shit you do, Horf. No, and you just and wood splinters as you slice into the side of it, and just bullywug blood flies everywhere and it rolls down as you are just being. So all the bloodwugs roll down. You are seeing Agwe on one side as the city is starting to get more and more sparse as the tree densities. You're getting further and further out of the city and into the bios. You're being pulled upriver. With that though, we're going to see what happens here. You hear a loud clattering roll. Rodak, I need you to make a dex saving throw. As you hear a loud rolling, as a large card table starts to roll down the deck.
You sure it's not a barrel?
It's not a barrel.
9.
It smashes into you, Rodak, dealing
Oh god.
15 points of bludgeoning
Oh my
damage.
god, if that
As
were
it
me, I'd go.
smashes into you and you are knocked prone.
You post
I haven't used my turn yet!
And combat is now over. I just forgot to do that during the combat, and so that happens to Rodak. Fuck you, Rodak.
Can I rapid quaff?
Yeah, we'll say so. Yeah, you so
How does
basically
that work again?
what
Rapid coffee?
bonus action?
You use your bonus action to
Yeah.
drink,
But
but I
it's
forgot
only
to do it on the
healing
beginning of my turn.
Yeah, and it's only healing potions, but we're not in combat anymore. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Oh,
pop a
separately.
potion. and
So
I'll
you
just
all
keep
coalesce. Rodak, you just got hit by like a blackjack table, and a clatter.
Where did that come from? Right at the end. Ugh.
Okay, I'm also gonna use a flying.
I stand up and I look. I'll let you guys roll so that we.
Yeah, so you are all chugging potions.
We obviously haven't had a short rest.
No.
So I guess we were kind of in the middle of explaining.
What kind of question
Just
is that?
confirming. So I guess what do we think about the power level of an ancient dragon, an ancient black dragon?
Minion tells this shit for me. An advantage.
11.
11. I would say you're not too sure. I would say that for being a massive creature and for being powerful, it seems like he was very concerned with the hex that was on him, and it was starting to corrupt his flesh a little bit.
Wolf.
And he was trying to basically not. He said he was not at full power, and he was trying to go back to his lair to basically recover and get to full power, and then come back to normal. So you get the sense that whatever Baron Samedi did to him is fucking him up really
Severe.
badly.
We still need to get to the anchor.
Well, I don't know about that, actually.
Well, why? What?
Well, Well, it's gonna take us straight to his lair, which is important, right? And I don't like to say that Baron Samedi handed us an opportunity, but if there's a time to kill an ancient black dragon, it's sure when it's got a Samedi's hex and it's not at its full strength. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe we can just get to the front of the ship and at least see where we're being dragged to.
Yeah, like over
But
there.
we need to get to the front. Let's just get to the front and see.
Sure.
Let's go.
Okay.
So we're
You
sprinting.
run up, and it is not as slow going as it could be because of you're trying to make sure you have to occasionally dodge barrels and game tables and the occasional like body, and you're like, oh yikes, sorry dude. As people as things are just flying down, and you are running up. You see some figures moving ahead, and ahead of you, you finally arrive towards the front of the ship. And up ahead of you, you see the shattered bow of the riverboat and the long, taut chain connecting it to the massive black dragon flying above the bayou. Trees rushed past you as the smell of the swamp barely hits your nostrils as you zoom through the Whippoorwallow. Disrupted leaves and broken branches from the huge riverboat on the narrowing river starting to smash into trees and branches. They all start to clatter down onto the deck as you hear more commotion up ahead. You see up around the corner, where the chain is connecting is right up around the corner, but ahead of you is a bullywug standing, looking at Guru like China, going, whoa, 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 and 6 grinning sinners, all armed with these poison-tipped spears that look like dripping with this venom-tipped spears. And the one ahead seems to be wearing this intricately carved mask with a large headdress holding a dagger and some kind of strange fetish. It almost looks like feathers and a shrunken head of some kind.
Ooh. And there's 6 of them.
There's 6 spearmen and then 1 witch doctor.
Is he's chanting at the dragon?
He's just like chanting and they're all kind of
like towards
yeah.
Okay, all right.
I would just keep running.
You can move the rest of the fog of war.
So we're just running up on these fools.
Okay. They as they're chanting, they notice you as the loud footsteps happen. And I'm gonna try to zoom in here.
I'm just moving our characters. You put them wherever you need them, Mike.
Yeah, I'm gonna say part of my reach.
Help them out if you can.
That's fine.
The balls.
And can you just flank these out in 3 and 3, kind of like right around this area?
Like in a line.
Yeah, kind of just 3 and 3, like in a line, like just kind of.
2 rows.
Oh.
We've had a lighting mouth. Up, we're back.
There we go.
Man down!
He said
Man
three
down,
and
man
three.
down!
Yeah. So
Would
3
be
over there.
3 on each side.
Like there-ish.
Oh, you want them flanking the walls, or you want them 2 rows in front of the dude? Like 1 and 1?
I think that's fine. That's fine, yeah.
All right.
I imagine it's just messed up
Wreckage.
ship.
Yeah,
and
Oh yeah, so
probably
up ahead,
a
you see
penis in there
that the
somewhere.
rail has collapsed on the left side. The front of the ship, I'm a horrible artist, you know this, and
a
it's all
clitoris.
rubble. It's all rubble, and up the front of you, towards the right there, seems to be the chain seems to be connected into the anchor on the right side up ahead. Okay, as you're running up, they all see you, and everyone roll for initiative again.
Okay. Of course. But of course.
Sorry.
I like Imperial Chinese gardens.
Is that what we had? Is that what we need?
20 to 25?
No,
Is that?
that's Bob Shanghai.
That's what I was going to say.
2025.
That's my favorite one. It's Bob Shanghai.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely forgot.
20 to 25, guys? Nobody? 15 to 20.
No, sorry. I
17?
got. Sorry. We were discussing something. I got a 27.
27? Okay.
You got the rice.
15 to 20.
Yeah.
17.
17? Okay.
Got 7.
Yeah, the rice noodles.
Sylvie, what do you got?
Shanghai noodles. I got 16.
16.
The Shanghai noodles are the best.
What do you get, Reddick?
7.
Okay. So, as you're sprinting up, you see the one with the large mask and the headdress kind of waving the shrunken head and the fetish. Vanessa, it's your turn. You're up. What are you doing?
Chinese
Oh boy. I'm going to. Oh, this is not good. I'm actually going to take my action to channel my Venom Spine.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my turn to channel Venom Spine's ability, and I'm not going to move.
Okay. You cast out your rapier, and it coats with this thick venom. Okay. Anglin, you're up.
Okay, I am going to work my way around here. I'm gonna fire an arrow. I'm gonna fire 2 arrows, one at 5 and one at 2.
Okay. Go ahead.
I don't know why I cannot remember what my thing is. Plus 8. No, plus 11. So 22 and 23 to hit.
Both hit.
That sucked. It's 7 damage and 9 damage.
7 damage and 9 damage. Number what?
Let's do 7 to 2 and 9 to 5.
9
Okay.
to 5.
You fire both your arrows, and then they're getting hit as they're turning to you. Oh! As they're just firing arrows, and they're still rushing towards you. Sylvia, you're up.
I'm going to just cast Eldritch Blast at also 5 and 2. It would be 25 for one and 18 for the other.
25 to one and 18 to the other.
To hit.
To number what?
To 5 and to 2 to hit them.
Yep. Their AC 13.
Okay, perfect. And then number 5 takes 15 damage,
Okay.
and number 2 takes 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay. You follow up with arrows with 2 arcs of glitter lamps. They hit both. They are still standing. Okay. With that, it is the witch doctor's turn, and you see him turn to you, and he starts shaking and going, and he raises up the dagger, and all of a sudden, these wooden thorns and spikes start to grow out of the ground, and he casts spike growth.
What is that?
No.
Oh,
What is that?
This
A
is
template.
Andrew gave this
Yeah.
to us for spell effects.
Wait.
Holy
So let's
macaroni.
square it up here.
Yeah, so right like that. So there are 2 guys getting close. I don't know if he's in.
So-
no, he's got to be in, right?
He would
This
be
is
in,
it.
yeah.
Because
he's in.
otherwise he's in.
So,
like that.
everyone, so
Holy shit.
spikes pierce out of the ground, and for every 5 feet you move, it's difficult terrain. For every 5 feet you move, it's 2d4 piercing damage. And he seems to be chanting like as he seems to be
cast
concentrating
counterspell.
on it. What?
I cast counters.
Woo! You do that. How does that work?
It's a 5th level, so if it's just because I'm a warlock, it's a 5th level.
Let me see.
So let me see.
So I guess my question is though, regardless of what happens, there's no save to the damage. If we move, we take damage.
Yes.
I mean, I was gonna dash all the way at him. I would take like I would literally die.
Perfect. Wow.
Second level. So it just gives
I
you
guess I
counter.
claw first.
So
oh, perfect.
you see the, and then all of a sudden there's this glow in the shrunken head that he has. All of a sudden it gets dispelled. As Sylvie kind of points at him, and the magic is dispelled. And
Thanks
the
for the
spikes-
sweet spell effect.
Yeah,
though.
thank you, McBadward.
Thanks for bad
Thanks,
word.
Badward.
That's
If you ever
amazing.
see this, yeah.
How many of those things do they make?
There's
gotta be like a
couple.
dozen of them,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, lots. Yeah,
Okay.
he gave us a couple of packs.
That was his
Very
turn. And that so then they are all going to fan out. Let's get them all charging, and they have a move of speed of 20 feet, and then they can jump for 20.
1,
So
2, 3, 4.
And then the 1, 2.
1,
So we're gonna get 2 to go to Annulin.
Okay.
2 to go to Annulin.
2,
One,
2 of them.
They can all get to us.
yeah,
They-
2 to go to Annulin.
They
1 gets to
40
Sylvie.
Haha.
The other 2 just kind of fan out and just
I mean, they can all basically jump up in here.
yeah.
I mean,
And then the one put next to him.
He's gonna like.
No, you put him next to the other guy. Yeah.
This guy?
Bam. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah, they've got all
we
this shit
have.
on
So as that guy can't. So one's gonna hit attack Annulin. As they're going to do the bite and the spear. They seem like these souped up versions.
Oh, no,
against
not souped.
this is the bite that the spear misses. The bite hits. That's going to deal.
Blam Score wants to know where he can get one of those.
6 points of piercing damage. I don't know. Ask me /Andrew. So 6 points of piercing damage as it bites you. You manage to dodge the spear.
Maya might be in chat.
Two.
Or ask Maya. Maya might.
Oh yeah, Maya might know. One of the bites is going to hit you, Sylvie. It's going to deal 3 points of piercing damage.
Oh no.
So much
It's 2
souped
spear
up.
attacks. One of the spear attacks is going to hit you.
Oh, I guess they have poison spears though. That's not good.
They do.
Yeah.
It's going to deal 3 points of piercing damage and 3 points of poison damage.
So 6 total.
6 total. And it's going to stab into you. And then we have those 2, that one. We're going to have. They can't get to Avantris, can they?
No.
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 No,
So
I think I'm actually
back,
on this square here.
So 1.
Oh, I guess he could have leapt up. We're kind of like...
He's gonna go to Avantris. He's gonna go to Avantris. Yeah.
Number 2?
Yeah. And so
That's
he's
fine.
gonna do a bite.
That's fine.
That's gonna fail. It's gonna
Disadvantage.
spear. Oh, well, yeah. Then spear fails horrifically. And then we're gonna have 2 on Rodak, 2 bites. 17 doesn't hit, right? 2 spears. Both hit. Both hit. So you're resistant to poison as well, right? 'Cause you're a dwarf.
Sure
So I'm
am.
just gonna roll all of this. So the bite is just. Oh no, you didn't need to bite. Both spears.
So let me know the spear damage and the poison damage. And how many attacks, because I reduce all of it.
14 points of piercing damage.
From 2 hits?
Yeah. And then
8.
and then 4 points of poison damage from 2 hits.
So 2.
Okay. So they all run up and they're all stabbing you, and then that's their turn. Rodak, you're up.
I think I need to down another potion, given the direness of so 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 29 to healing.
Okay.
I'm just gonna roll mine now.
Yeah, and then I will do. I'll do an attack at 4.
Okay.
They're on damage, right?
2 and 5 are damaged.
Okay, let's say 2 then.
Okay.
But it's a 12. Does that hit? That doesn't hit.
12 does not hit.
Okay.
Barely misses.
I'll try again. 26.
26 hits.
16 damage
To whom?
to number 2.
16 damage. You slice it down the middle. His guts fall out, and he collapses to the ground, rolling. Number 2 dies. Okay. That's your turn.
Yep.
Vanish, you're up.
Sorry, I'm doing math. 'Cause I'm going to rapid quaff.
Okay. You chug a potion.
I have it written down. I will add it to my life total in a
Okay.
minute. I'm going to use my bonus action to dash.
Okay.
And I will incur 2 opportunity attacks to go 1, 2, 3, 4,
Okay.
5.
They're both going to spear
6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's.
you. And they're both gonna miss.
Yeah, both disadvantaged. And then I'm going to attack number 1 with the extra ability
Okay.
of the Venom Spine. So let me try to attack first.
Okay.
17 plus 10 is 27.
Hits.
Which means you have a DC 15. I believe it's con saving because it's
Yeah.
poison. I don't have it written down though.
And I fail horrifically, whatever it is.
So then you take 2d10. I guess the shaman will take 2d10 damage and then become poisoned.
Okay.
So I have 5d6 plus 1d8 plus 2d10.
The percentile dice also work as well.
Man, I love that sound.
So that's going to be
Good,
10.
nice.
That's going to be 9. So it's 19. 21. Plus 7 is 28. Plus 8 is 36. Plus 6 is 42.
42.
And he's
Okay.
poisoned.
Jesus Christ. So you run up with Venom Spine coated, you stab him, he pukes up this horrible bile onto you as you see the venom leave your blade, and he's looking rough. And it seems that, yeah, he's...
Real quick, just
yeah.
so for that opportunity attack, so Sentinel, only the creature making the attack has to be within 5 feet. So I'm going to use my reaction to make an attack.
Oh shit!
So
I
you
can
can
trigger
be
opportunities. For
You can be
opportunities.
wherever. Yeah.
That's disgusting.
It misses.
Okay. You swing and it manages to dodge out of the way to focus on Vanis.
I don't have what poison is written down as. I don't know what that.
I know
means
what
for
it
you.
is.
Okay.
Yeah. Annual, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna transfer my hunter's mark to number 5 in front of me and make a disadvantaged attack with my arrow.
Yep.
And that's still gonna be 22. 22.
That hits.
Is he damaged?
Who?
Yeah, I hit that one before. Okay. That is 14, 20 damage.
20 damage.
Yeah.
To number what?
To number 5.
Number 5, you fire an arrow. It gets him in the throat, and he falls down dead, rolling down the deck as you're speeding through the bayou.
Okay, and I'm gonna make my second attack on number 1.
Okay.
29 to hit.
29. Okay. That hits.
And that's gonna be 10 damage.
To number what? Sorry.
Number 1.
Number 1, 10 damage. The second one fires, gets him in the shoulder. He's okay. Sylvia, you're up.
I am going to.
I'm also gonna move back. Sorry.
I'm just gonna fire 2 Eldritch Blasts at the. No, I'll leave that for Avantris. I'm gonna shoot Eldritch Blast at 4.
Okay.
21 and 23 to hit.
Both hit.
6. 15 damage.
15 damage. Number one.
Number
what?
4.
Number 4. So you fire both Eldritch Blasts. They both hit him. He's kind of holding his spear as both of his his arms are fried from this magic. Okay. It is the Witch Doctor's turn as he is going to see you, Avantris, and he is going to
Disadvantage.
And I'm gonna rapid cough for my last potion.
Okay. He is going to channel his magic, and he touches it to himself, and all of a sudden his skin starts to turn into this bark-like substance, and it seems like his attack has gone up, and then he is going to reach out his hand and fling a whip of thorns at you. And he's doing a natural 1, and just shatters into the air. Okay. Monsters 3, they're up, and so we're going to get two on Rodek. Both bites are gonna miss. 4.
Wow, I could not have rolled worse.
One of the spears is gonna hit.
That's rough.
It's gonna be 5 points of piercing and 3 points of poison. And then 2 are gonna hit Sylvie bites. Both are gonna miss horrifically. Spears. You gotta be fucking kidding me. But all of it misses. And they're biting and they're trying, and Sylvie just dodging out of the way as you down your potion. And then with that, you hear a loud crash as a massive branch lands on the deck and starts rolling down. Let's see where it lands.
I don't like where you're looking.
I don't like where you're looking.
No fucking way. It was a 3. So it rolls right in between Sylvie and Rodek. It crashes down the deck and rolls, and both Sylvie and Rodek are like, wow! This massive, just like fucking thick log just rolls down and does not deck either of them. Okay. Rodek, you're up.
I will. I'll just keep going on the guys in front of me.
Okay.
I'm going to attack number 4. 14.
Okay, that hits.
Oh, good. 12 damage.
12 damage hits. 12 damage for what?
To number 4.
Number 4, okay.
I just rolled a natty 20 on the next one.
Nice. Okay.
Average damage. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 20 damage.
20 damage?
Yep.
You just completely obliterate him. You slice off his head. And he dies horrifically. Okay. Vanish, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna stab this guy in the face.
Okay. His AC is up.
Stab him.
His AC's up, oh no! 15 plus 10 is 25.
Devil hit. Still hit him. Doesn't matter. You pierce right through the bark skin.
You get an extra for just being alone with him, right?
No, I just get to proc my normal attack. I don't.
Oh,
So it used to be I would not get sneak attack damage, but because I'm soloing 1v1 dueling,
Yeah.
I get my sneak attack damage. And I also rolled. Look at this shit.
Oh my god. 4,
So
6,
that'll be 24 plus 4 is 28 plus 6 is 34.
34 points of damage.
Same.
It's very high variant. Like
Yes.
so, I got 4 1s.
Yeah.
Now I got 4 6s. You know,
That's
it's
still enough you stab right through the bark skin, and stabs right into his throat, sticks out of his back. You've made a fucking frog kebab, and it falls to the ground. His mask clatters and down off the ship as he starts rolling.
Kabooly Bob.
Kabooly Bob.
Okay.
Nice work, Anyone.
Okay. With that,
I don't understand that reference.
Annulin, you're
He
up.
plays Vax the Rogue. So I'm
Oh.
guessing it's a Vax reference.
Okay, I'm gonna make a I don't know if I can really.
Sorry, I'm not
get
a
to
critter,
them.
as they call them, I suppose.
I'll make an
roll down.
attack on one first. I'm gonna have to move, I think. Ooh, 16 to hit.
16 does hit. Yep.
Okay.
Number 1.
Yeah. 15 damage.
15. He's looking very rough as an arrow hits him in the chest.
Bitch.
Shitty bitch.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit. And 10 damage.
10 damage. That's enough. As the arrow flies through it, gets him in the side.
Hey, thanks for the follow.
As he.
Oh,
thank you. Welcome, Minister. Welcome to the Avantris family. We're not getting notifications.
Sounds like an aluminum monster.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who is this?
Was that one that died?
Yes.
Yes.
one.
one
Yeah,
more.
I'm gonna
And
mock
he
him.
falls off. You hear him smash into the
he's
broken
dying.
railing. He
He
falls into the river as the river gets narrower and narrower.
Oh shit.
No,
Okay.
it's pretty good. Not
He's gonna
okay.
explode in a million splinters.
Okay. With that, it is Sylvie's turn.
I'm gonna glitter lance number 6.
Okay.
23 and 28.
23 and 28. Okay.
And for a total of 16 points. of damage.
16. He's right in either one of the Rodak's on. They blast right around Rodak and they smash him on either side of him. And, it's like, and he's looking bloody. Okay. What you call it's dead. The witch doctor is dead. It is the last thing. We're gonna go in for a bite on Sylvia.
We sure are.
And that's gonna hit. Oh, but roll. That's gonna be 3 points of piercing damage, and then he's gonna hit a spear and get a 3. Okay. Plus, yeah, no, it's not gonna hit. And so he bites into you, but you manage to dodge out of the way as the spear misses. And then with that, Rodak is gonna get a bite attack. That's gonna horribly miss. We're gonna get a spear attack. That's gonna hit. That is going to deal 5 points of piercing damage and 3 points of poison. Okay. As it stabs and you kind of feel the poison, the venom getting you. Rodak, you're up.
I will attack twice at the
Okay.
guy in front of me. Or we'll just attack once, see what happens here. 17.
Okay.
Roll both of those. Better. 15 damage.
15 damage, okay. To number what?
To number
6.
6.
Okay.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, hits.
Okay.
He hasn't been hit, right?
No, I just hit him.
Oh, for how much? Sorry.
How much?
I don't remember.
It was like
17.
So he's dead. He's dead, 100%. So you slice right into him as he cuts his throat, and he collapses from the
I'll move over and I'll attack the last guy standing. 22 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
13 damage.
13. And he's not been damaged, right?
No.
Okay. Got it. I wrote it under. That's why I wrote it under the wrong guy. So
worries.
13 as you slice in, and he's no, and he does take the curse though, right?
He does.
He does. So
I gotta
you see
remember
the curse of the crocodile cleaver affect him, and then with that it is Avantris' turn.
I'll use my bonus action to dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, and I will attack number 3.
Okay.
15 plus 10,
That'll hit.
25.
That'll hit.
7, 11, 12, 16, 19, 25.
How would you like to do this?
I'm assuming his back is to me.
Yeah.
I'm just going to aim for the neck and have the rapier.
Yep. Sylvie is just kind of there, and Rodak is like, they're looking at him, and all of a sudden, you both get sprayed by frog blood as the venom spine sticks out from the back, and he collapses and rolls off the thing, splash into the river as the boat is being pulled through the bayou. The canopy is growing thicker and thicker as the river is narrowing, and you see ahead of you.
Are we past Ogway?
Was that?
Are we past Ogway?
You're into the bayou now, and as you see the front of the ship, you see as you arrive at the front of the ship, you see the collapsed ruins of the bow before you, and the destroyed upper decks, completely exposed to the elements. Before you and above you flies Rugarul, and about 500 feet out, entangled in not just chains, but the voodoo curse that encompasses even more of his flesh than you had seen previously. With each surge of the degenerative hex, the dragon's flying gets more erratic, but never once does it slow down. The river starts to narrow even more ahead of you as the massive riverboat starts to sideswipe trees and muddy embankments. What are you guys doing?
So this is what I think we should do, and it's crazy, but that's okay, because so are we, right? So Rodic is strong, we get on the chain. We tie ourselves to it or something, like a pie, and we detach it from the boat. So that way we go where he goes.
I agree with you. I mean, the boat is literally disintegrating underneath of us.
Yeah, so we need to get on the chain.
How fast is the boat moving, do we know? I mean, it was faster than Sylvie's broom, right?
So
Which is how fast?
I think 160.
120 when
I think 160
Holy
at full speed.
Yeah, 120.
I can't keep up in any kind of bat mode. I mean, we can try to hang on to the chain itself, but I'm not very strong.
I mean, here's the thing. Can we take it down? He's clearly falling apart.
Okay, Rodic, look. Do you want the entire town to be destroyed by this thing if he regains all of his strength?
I agree.
We have to get him when he's weak.
I agree with Sylvie insofar as we at least need to see where he's going. We don't necessarily need to engage, but we need to know where he's going back to.
All right, let's go.
We can always retreat.
Let's get on the chain, and I'll break us free.
Okay. Let's do this.
Okay.
We'll climb out.
Yeah.
So as you're all, as you see the chain, and you can kind of see that through the ruined bow of the ship, that the chain is anchored deep into this this heavy metal spool that is heavily fastened inside the ship, and it's ripped out all of the wood. There's this whole line where the chain ripped out and is being yanked, and you can see it's probably about 30-40 feet inside the ship if you kind of shimmy your way down.
Can we all see this?
Yeah.
I yelled at Rodic and I basically say, "Don't go down there! Let's just hang on to the chain, and if it gives, we'll be on the right side."
No, we.
If it gives, then all the tension's gonna fling us way up into the air and fly us all off.
Do we need to break the chain or not? There are still hundreds of people on the boat, I would guess,
I
right?
mean, it did some pretty devastation. You're not sure how many. There are some, but
We knew how many. We are aware that the boat was full. We do not know how many people are alive.
yes.
But we would think that at least there were some
Survivors.
innocent people alive,
Yes,
right?
Yes.
They're going to kill everyone on board if we don't detach
And
this
they're gonna
chain.
kill the entire town if we don't figure something
And that's why,
out.
let's get on the chain right now. Let's just go.
All right, I'll start climbing onto the chain.
Yeah.
Okay. You climb onto the chain. As
How big is the chain?
it's probably like this big.
Okay.
Like
Huge links.
huge
So like one of
links.
those big like ship.
Massive ship. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like you got to think of like it's being.
Tie yourselves to it.
Holy fuck.
Seems.
So you all shimmy down and you get on the chain, and as you look up, you see that you can get a better look as he's flying above, that the chain is wrapped around his body and around his left arm, and seems to be coiled several times around his left wing. And you can kind of see that the degenerative curse is starting to kind of spread and eat away at that, and his right wing is starting to kind of flap a little bit less strongly and more erratically than the right wing as it's curled around from the chain.
All right, are we ready?
Yes,
Hold on
what
tight.
is never gonna be.
So we're on the chain.
I'm gonna attempt to climb up the chain as far as I can, as
Yeah.
close to the dragon as I possibly can.
Okay.
Almost like I'm trying to climb onto the dragon, because
What's-
I don't want to be anywhere near the boat when this happens.
Well, that would take a long time, though.
Yes,
Well, that- yeah, take a while.
I'm gonna keep climbing. I'm just gonna keep moving.
So
Okay.
basically,
I'm gonna
once
brace myself
once
for-
everybody's like
Yeah.
on, before we even start to move, I want to look at the spool and use all three charges of my helm at the spool and blow it up.
Oh, what are the rules of that?
Wow.
That's
My helm of my crown of the molten king. It has 3 charges. Alternatively, you can expend 1 to 3 of the ring's charges as an action. Try to break an object you can see within 60 feet of you that isn't being worn or carried. The ring makes a strength check, or the crown makes a strength check with a +5 bonus for each charge you spend.
Holy
plus
shit!
15.
It's at a bare minimum you'll get 18.
So
Okay.
I'll make a strength
Do
check.
it.
You roll 3 times though.
Just once.
Oh, but
It just adds +5 for
Oh,
every
okay.
time.
I see.
4 plus 15 is
19.
19.
19. 19 points of damage.
No, 19. Just it would be a
Oh,
19
yeah.
strength check
Yeah,
to try to break it.
Oh, okay. And that's with all 3 charges.
It's with all 3 charges.
Okay, so I'll say with that, you channel your crown. All of a sudden, this red spectral woolly rhinoceros head appears directly in front of Rodak, and it slams into this massive spool, and it shatters, and it doesn't seem to quite dislodge, as it seems to be held on by another bolt as it yanks. However, the sudden force and yanking of the chain, it just kind of veers the chain off to the side, and it pulls Rugarul as he flies, and you hear a loud crack as you look up and you see that his that the joint of his right wing is exposed and cracked, and he's struggling to fly as he's flying erratically through the bayou.
What's going on?
Did something. We need to take him down so we can see that a joint's exposed.
Yeah, there's this raw joint with the black scales have been.
I'm gonna keep climbing.
Let's go, we gotta go.
I never stopped.
Okay.
Right. My
Yeah.
my goal
Yes,
was to try
yes.
to get on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's ahead, and I'm
Yeah.
behind. I'm last, and I'm just
Okay.
climbing.
Okay.
So should we just hang on for a second?
Yeah, let's
wait
take a
for the
break and wait for
ladies?
the ladies. I don't know if food's here or something, but
Yeah, quick break.
yeah, we're taking a quick break. How's everybody doing?
In the intensity. If anybody's still there, chime in. How's everybody doing this weekend? Ready for the week?
Oh, I got the go ahead that says I gotta show up tomorrow.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
I got a text saying the office is open, but
So did I.
might just work remote anyway.
It's pretty intense, guys.
Yeah.
Pretty intense. We'll wait for the
ladies?
ladies.
The ladies.
I think Kelsey is getting food downstairs or something, I believe.
Yeah, I think she's feeding the rogue and the ranger.
There you
Oh
go.
no, she forgot about me.
Oh. Well, we do
don't
most
have
of the
a- we don't
time.
have a rogue.
She messaged her. I was like, hey, he gave me food, and then she ordered. She's like, oh, I already ordered. I said, thanks.
Thanks.
So I'll make
Oh,
it.
she didn't order food for you?
Yeah, she literally ordered without me.
Oh,
Asked-
she-
asked me what I wanted.
She even asked me, do you
I
want
know.
something?
I told her to ask me like what the name of the place was.
Oh.
And then
Well, I have some amazing pepperoni pizza that I
Thank you.
ordered.
I'm gonna make
It's
it take me to McDonald's. and watch it.
Pepperoni and olive, and it is some of the best pizza that
Where'd you order from?
honestly, it's a new place called Freddy's,
I'll write it down.
and it was absolutely phenomenal.
Let's do delivery.
Their mozzarella $3.
Thanks,
Their
Winnie.
mozzarella sticks were like legit. Like I could have drank
Is
their
it
marinara
just straight
sauce.
up normal pizza?
Like
or
New York
It's
style.
like
Kinda New
no,
York
just
style?
it's New York style, but it's just pizza.
with pep and olives.
Yep,
on it,
it's just
so
pep and olives.
So
So
we're,
that's-
we're
if
you
not
want some,
sponsored
it's
by
literally right
Freddy's,
over there. You're
but
welcome to
apparently
it.
it's good
Thank you,
pizza.
Thank you. I'm gonna make
Yeah,
her
thanks
watch
for
it.
bearing with us.
Thanks
here.
for bearing with
Yeah.
us. We appreciate it, guys. How's everybody doing? How's everyone's doing? There's been a lot of combat.
We got a bunch of regulars. We got Lone Guard, Winnie. We got Blam Squad,
Hey guys.
Nose.
Hey guys.
Nose,
How's
yeah.
everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel
sorry.
bad because I think Nose has tried to use his chat inspiration
Yeah.
a couple of times and we
Has
keep
he?
ignoring it. But I never know if he really means it.
I can't.
Also, combat moves so fast. We need a way to like know for sure.
Yeah, and we can retcon a little bit if there's like a chat or something. But you deserve for posting Dio. I appreciate that. Anytime
We listened to a lot of Dio the other night on my stream,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody
Nice.
requested Rainbow in the Dark.
Oh,
which
that
was
a
awesome.
classic.
Then I just followed it up with the classic Holy Diver.
Diver, yeah.
Had to.
So what happened while I was in the bathroom?
We are.
I
So
heard something about a wing.
So
Okay,
it's in.
right.
Yeah.
So what happened was.
Well, you have to
Rhoda-
explain for Kelsey.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah,
that's
so
true.
we'll wait.
So
We'll wait.
This is
I thought she was out here.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that she had.
this is important business.
And I think what we eventually want to do at some point, what I would like to do is we can make some little kind of videos, and maybe we can take a break, but play some videos for you
Oh, yeah,
guys
that'd
while
be
we're
fun.
on break.
We need to do. the intro videos.
Yes.
The character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, we could take it.
Now that
and
we
knock
have
it
our
out.
art.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
We can take
So
it and
yeah,
knock it
so
out.
if anyone's seen the first season of Critical Role, they had those really good it's like 15 minutes long, but it's all the characters have like a little vignette, and they all kind of speak in their voice, and they describe the whole backstory. And I know for me that really helped me get to know the.
I don't know if I could RP my thing. I feel like it would just be me discussing Avantris.
No, you got
I could-
RP it.
Oh,
No, no,
you
no,
got
no,
RP.
no, no,
All right,
no, no,
I've been
Yeah.
correct. I stand corrected.
You got RP it.
Sniff it out. It was sitting on
So
the
we're gonna
stairs.
do that eventually. Stay tuned. It'll be on our YouTube, and we'll hopefully play
We
it.
can literally knock that out like
Yeah.
any Saturday.
Yeah, just got to get it written. And
Okay.
Okay. Anyway,
Just
back to
to
the
catch
session.
everybody up. So Rodek smashed and it was a 19. It was not quite enough to totally shatter it, but he bashed it. It was hanging on by just two massive bolts, and it seemed to be flung off. However, the sheer force of this massive spectral rhinoceros head slamming into it, the chain yanked, and you could see that it was wrapped around Rougarul's right wing, and you heard a kind of a sickening crack as the joint bone let out this cracking noise, and you look up ahead, and the joint seems to be exposed. As he let out this roar of pain, as the right wing started to fly more erratically, as he continued to flap and fly over the bayou. Meanwhile, Avantris is trying to climb hundreds of feet, and Rodek got on. What do you guys? So just that's the whole.
So Avantris and I, we're just climbing up.
I never stopped.
I would have
climbing.
just followed.
Right,
Okay.
and we're just making our
So
way to.
we're just climbing up the chain towards towards the Dargan.
So the only question I do have is that you've mentioned like multiple names. He is Bog Ragul, right?
No, he's the son of Bakragul.
Box. Okay, that and then his name is
Rougarul.
That's what
Voracious do.
That's what I thought. Just want to make sure. Okay.
So, you are, as he's flying up ahead, you see the swirling of the curse as it starts to kind of seep more and more into his flesh, cover more and more of his body, as his right wing is starting to not really get as much lift, and is not being able to be controlled as much as his left wing. As he's flapping harder, and he's starting to slow down ever so slightly. And you guys are climbing up, and it's going to take you a while to actually get to like melee range. Is there anything?
Yeah, I mean that's all I'm gonna do.
How far away are we?
I would say you're probably like 120 feet.
If I...
Yeah.
Is it feasible that I could, like, rodeo cowboy this rope and, like, fire an arrow?
It's chain.
Chain, whatever.
I would say it is thick enough, and if you could fit a leg through it, you could certainly try at disadvantage.
Oh my god! If you
try
fall
it.
off, you're dead.
I'm gonna try this.
And I would, yeah. And I would.
Do I need to make any, like...
I would say just make a general athletics or acrobatics.
Acro.
Oh no.
I swear, if you roll a natty 1 on acro.
10.
10. That's enough to hang on.
Oh
Wow.
my.
Still a disadvantage though.
Okay. So I'm gonna fire an arrow at his, like, he's got one damaged wing and one's kind of okay.
No, he has
So
exposed.
he's exposed
yeah,
joint. His flesh had already kind of torn, and it's acting very erratic.
On one side, though.
On the right side, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna just kind of aim at that.
Okay.
Oh, that's terrible. That's not gonna hit. It's a 13.
13. They fly left and right. As
I'll kind of go like, whoa, and like pull back onto the chain
Yeah.
and be like, that was stupid.
and so you continue to go further and further. You could probably try that again, like in another 50 feet or something.
Mm-hmm.
But you are climbing more and more. He's flying, and as you see up ahead of you, however, that you are flying more and more, a massive cypress tree that you are heading directly towards.
How far above the tree are we? I'm assuming the boat is obviously on the ground.
You've just gotten above the tree line at this point. You're probably about 100 feet away from the dragon. As you're 100 feet away from the dragon, as this massive cypress tree is heading.
There's nothing we can do.
I reach. Does he seem like he's slowed down?
A
said ever so
little
slightly.
bit, but not like super slow down. If you have any questions of why, you may ask that. I could probably elaborate more.
I'm just saying, like, if someone needed to fly on the broom, would they be able to catch up to the chain at any area, or is that just there's no way they can ever catch up to the chain?
I would say it'd be different. You as soon as you got on the broom, you'd start losing ground.
So he's that fast. He's very fast.
Yeah, no, he's sprinting full sprint as like absurd flying speed. Yeah.
I have an idea.
And you're
Quickly!
yelling this as we're
Yeah.
like...
Why don't we stop and let's put the movable rod in the chain and click it.
Would that hold it? Would just
Oh,
get
that's
up
just
to the
gonna rip
side.
his wing off and he can't fly.
We could try. I think I have it, right?
Yeah, it's in the bag of holding.
I'm gonna pull it out and I'll stick it through.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're all grabbing on.
We're all holding on to
Bracing,
bracing.
You're holding onto the chain.
I'm holding
bracing.
on. We're gonna put the immovable rod above us.
Yeah.
So that way, where all the force comes from, we are not on that part of the chain.
Okay. So,
Well, he's way ahead of me, so I need to like. I'll just climb.
Me?
Yeah,
I mean, if you can't get to me, I'll just hang on. I mean, it depends on how far ahead I am. I literally never stopped climbing the moment we got on the chain.
Okay.
So if I'm not with them, I'll have to just hold on
And
to
I'm in the
myself,
back.
which is fine.
So, should I do it?
Okay.
Do it!
I'm gonna put it in the chain and just click it and see what happens.
Okay. So you are all flying
Let's hold on to the
more
red
and
chain.
more and more, and Rodek, you take the rod of the immovable rod as you see this massive, the bough of this massive cypress tree up ahead of you. You stick it in and you click it, and almost in slow motion, everything stops, and you hear a sickening crack as the immediate force of just being completely stopped, as the chain pulls too much stress on Rugarul's wing joint, and it snaps.
Oh my God.
And you see his right wing get completely torn off as it flaps and flutters down into the ground. The chain snaps, and I'm gonna need everyone to make a strength saving throw at disadvantage.
That's right.
God.
Oh my god. Well, goodbye, everyone. Does anyone want to take the over/under on what I got?
Well, it can't be any better or can't be any worse than one I got.
It's the under. I got a 5.
Okay.
Oh, 13.
11.
1.
Okay. So, as the wing is completely severed, you hear it is also the force is so much it rips the chain off of the riverboat. But as Guru roars in agony with one wing, he immediately plummets, spiraling down below past the tree line ahead of you. The immediate force of this chain and it sends the catfish propelling even faster. You hear a loud crash behind you as the riverboat slams and rides up against this massive tree. You hear a loud cracking in the tree just tilts.
No survivors.
As the riverboat smashes into the cypress tree directly ahead of you. As the chain shakes and rattles, you all try to hold on, and it is just too much. The massive force. You all fly. You all lose your hold, and you fly into the swamp beneath the tree line, and that's all in the session.
No!
What? It's only 9 o'clock!
Holy shit.
That was
Oh,
an awesome
man.
idea.
Such a good idea.
I
Oh,
forgot about that thing. I never think about our items.
that was amazing. Wow.
That was.
Wonderful idea. Wow, I was not expecting that.
Thanks, Mike.
That is like... This was literally non-stop action from minute 1.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't had a second to breathe.
Yeah, my stomach feels weird. I'm kind of tingly, you know? When you get that way, like maybe it's like low or high blood pressure. I don't know. But,
You guys got through it faster than I thought.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was
Yeah.
like really moving.
yeah, we
I mean, we
love
shit
that we got
damage all
double
over
dragons.
everyone.
Double dragons.
did.
I really thought the first one was just gonna kill us. Like I was expecting the whole die. I didn't
Yeah.
realize that was like
The mini box.
it was the appetizer dragon.
Yeah, the appetizer dragon.
Man, it was a very snappy session. Our immovable rod's probably gone to the ages. I guess Sylvie could try to fly up and find it, but
I mean,
just there.
it's literally stuck in the air right now.
Yeah, I guess that's true. It's
With,
somewhere there.
with the chain is hanging from it.
It might have gotten like ripped off to the side or whatever. But-
Possible.
Wowie zowie. Well,
So,
thanks, guys.
Thank you guys. We
Okay.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
So the party will start the next session with the party flying through the air into the bayou,
Great.
and
By a massive cypress tree. You know, of all the things about Guru and all the mysteries, I did not remotely expect that he was a dragon.
Hell no!
That was literally the last.
I literally started this fight basically saying, Guru, you have one chance to take it all back. And otherwise we're killing him or we're killing you. Little did I know I was threatening an ancient black dragon.
Yeah, way to go,
Right?
Avantris.
Me basically telling him in his office, I'm coming for you, bitch. He's some ancient fucking dragon that could squash me like a bug.
Your face, like while he was saying that, though, was like. You
My
have the
favorite-
best face.
my favorite thing was when Richie was talking about it. Is like, man, I really thought the dragon egg had something to do with his family up north, but I guess not.
L-O-L.
It is literally his family from up north. Wow.
Anyway, well, thank you guys. We're gonna raid somebody.
Yeah, we're gonna raid. Let's see. You know
It's a
what?
little bit of a shorter session. We appreciate that, but we figured, it's a Sunday. We need everyone to get to bed early. Give everyone their evening.
Yeah, well, let's raid. Encounter Roleplay. They're really good. So we're gonna raid Encounter Roleplay.
So they're really cool. Feel free to flash your hooters if you're there. If you have them. Spread the love of the Avantris
Yeah,
fam.
hang out in
Really
Discord. If you're here, we have a bunch of sessions up on YouTube. We're trying to hit 100 subscribers on YouTube so we can get a unique URL so we can post it places.
That
Right
way
now
we're
it's a
at
bunch
YouTube
of...
/4879
Yeah, U46321.
WD60. So
And so, yeah, hang out if you're a sub, flash your hooters, join us in the raid, spread the Avantris love, and really appreciate it. Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys. We love you.
night.
Thanks, guys.
Good
See you soon.
See you next time. Stay well on Tuesday.
Stay well
Fun
on
Monday.
Tuesday. Bye.
Bye. Bye.